Good afternoon. It's 3 o'clock. I'm Justin Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. In NFL news today, the Bengals and star defensive end Trey Hendrickson have resumed talks on a new contract and his future with the team. Hendrickson was an All-Pro in 2024 and the NFL's sack leader with 17.5 sacks. In Tennessee sports news today, Vols baseball lefty reliever Dylan Loy is headed to the transfer portal. Loy made 33 appearances with the Vols in 2025, notching 4 wins, 2 saves with a 3.97 ERA. Also in Tennessee football news, the Vols earned a commitment from 2027 three-star linebacker J.P. Peace, who also happens to be the grandson of Tennessee legend Philip Fulmer and the son of former Vols linebacker Robert Peace. The NBA Finals move back to Oklahoma City tonight for Game 5 as the Pacers and Thunder are all tied up at 2 games apiece. Tip-off is at 7:30 on ABC. For our foundation repair, whatever needs you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three Channel 104.5, this is Home Monday edition. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you had a great weekend. Slay Dog is here.
I'm in the building. It's happening, good people.
Babsy is on assignment.
Man, definitely on assignment.
I just talked to her and her husband. They are definitely on assignment. Can't wait to talk with her.
They are assigned.
Yeah. She'll be back on Wednesday. You have an announcement?
I do have an. Do I got an announcement?
Do you want to make that announcement?
Yeah, I got an announcement.
Okay.
Yeah, heck yeah. Man, shout out to my guy, Dr. Rob and Dr. Moore. The surgery is taking place, y'all. It's set. Woo! June 27th is going down, so everybody set your calendars. That's right, man. I want people, like when I'm driving home from getting my surgery and I know it's going to go well, I want people hanging out their windows, car windows. I want people on the interstate. Kind of like
OJ and AC
like
Cali?
OJ when he was in the Bronco. Let's go Slay.
Well,
Get
different
loose,
situation.
Slay. Yeah, lose the roof. I want that all the way home, man, so I can know how much love is out there. So get a new knee. I'm back in the saddle. It's going down.
So
man.
the roof comes off officially next Friday?
Friday after next.
No, next Friday, right?
27.
Yeah.
Is that next Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Not this Friday, but next Friday. You're right.
See,
I hate when you pick up your little calendar.
Y'all
book
made me
now.
buy a calendar.
I hate when you pick your little book up.
I got a book.
Like everybody else go to their phone and go to the calendar.
This Friday's the 20th. Next Friday's the 27th, Slay Dog. Look, it just got a week sooner.
You're closer. So it is.
Right.
You're right. Yeah, I can't wait. Hey, dog, I can't wait. Like, Dr. Rob explained things wonderful for me. Let me ask all the questions I wanted to ask. So that was pretty cool learning about it. It ain't. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Don't let people explain to you what the knee replacement surgery is like. Go to the doctor. Let them explain it, because their explanation is way better than people trying to explain it to you that don't do the surgery.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Don't make sense. But you don't know how many people I run into. They telling me, "Hey, man, this is what's gonna happen," and this is what. That's not what's gonna happen.
All I've heard about it is like you'll feel a million times better like the second you wake
That's what I
up.
heard.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
So did you have when you said you had questions?
Yeah.
Did you ask questions as if you were a doctor about to do the surgery? Like you wanted that much detail?
I would know. I would ask questions like I was a guy in rehab looking to beat it by a time, if that makes sense. So I came up with, I need to know, how do I get from the surgery to feeling better and walking without any assistance? That's what my main thing was. And when would I have to go back and do a replay of it, or, you know what I mean, like a fill up, fill in, or whatever, stuff like that.
Keith asked if that's outpatient surgery.
Absolutely.
I mean, basically everything.
90 minutes.
If they can get you in and out, they will.
They're trying to.
Yeah.
90 minutes. I'm in there at 6. Well, I'm in there at 5:30. Yep. Said by noon, you should be going. You should have already walked around the hospital and going home. So I'm like, well, guess what?
Candy B 91 surgery right before your birthday. It's like,
I know Candy B. I had another event already for D2W Deserve to Win. Coach Penny Collins always does yearly the celebrity basketball game.
Yeah.
And they were having an after party, which I was hosting. So I ain't gonna be able to host after. I don't know. I may be able to sneak in there.
Stop.
I can sneak in the back. I might be able to sneak in the
You
back
and
door.
Babs, man.
Probably,
Sneak in the back door.
Yeah, they got a side door I can go in and probably be up about a DJ booth and be safe.
When is your birthday? I need that.
29th.
29th.
Mm-hmm.
Another Sunday. Everything's on a Sunday.
Is it a Sunday?
This month.
I can't wait till next year. Like the Father's Day falling on the Sunday with the anniversary and
By the
all
way,
that.
I put thought into my messages to you. So I was like, there's no way I'm sending the same message to you. Happy Father's Day and happy anniversary.
Yeah.
So I sent you one, Happy Father's Day, and then I sent one to you and Chris, Happy anniversary. That's why I did it.
Yeah,
to separate those two.
I knew that's what you're doing. I will. She told me make sure I say that she was able to separate it too. She did a good job of letting me have 45% of my day. She think is like 100% is 45.
I knew she would put thought into that.
Yeah, 45%. I'll give 45%.
You married a smart lady.
That was more than just it being my regular day though. Getting 45%. And shout out to Dr. Rob too. He also let me know that he didn't get the Rolex, but he did get Timex. so guys, if we didn't get a Rolex, we need to start today about getting a Rolex for next year.
You didn't get the new Rolex?
No, we didn't get no Rolex.
Yeah.
Old Rolex, new Rolex, none of them.
The Fred Sanford Rolex?
I didn't get anything.
So,
Folex, nothing.
I haven't even thought about rehab. So what does rehab look like?
Rehab is I'm saying yeah. I'm saying yeah. No, I'm saying yeah. I'm saying yeah, Self. I'm going into rehab. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
I'm going in. I'm going in.
Unfortunately, we saw where they got Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, see, no, I'm going.
Actually, she did go to rehab, and she was sober and then died.
Yep. She needed to keep.
Anyway, that's a dark turn.
Yeah,
Turn left, like they said about Jameis Winston. Turn
right.
left. Back to rehab. So, how long is rehab?
2 weeks
you know?
is the hardest. 16 weeks total.
Okay.
Before you're just free to just go willy-nilly everywhere. But 2 weeks.
Willy-nilly.
Yeah. 2 weeks is the most difficult
Before
time.
you host after parties.
Yeah. Well, but I think it can start the 28th.
Okay.
27th, I got a party to host.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. What about driving?
I think 4 weeks is what I was saying. I'm going to say
What are you
3.
going to do? You just got Uber everywhere?
Oh, Babs is the Uber.
Oh, Babs is. Mm-hmm. Does she know that?
Nope.
I just talked to her. She's on assignment, but they're in a cabana on assignment. I mean, she's said where she's going.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they've had a time in Vegas.
Yeah, see, that and going to continue having the time. And did she tell you what Black 35 did?
No, what did Black 35 do?
Hit that bad boy twice. In case. I told you.
She was a little bit more explicit when she said that, but yes, you got the point.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I saw the video that she won on penny slots, and then I didn't see anything else. But you asked about Black 35, and I didn't see her response. Mm-hmm. But then she sent a video like an hour ago where she was dancing in a white dress with heels on.
I got to watch that. I ain't seen that with you.
So I just talked to them, and I'm like, did that just happen? Like, was that at noon?
Couldn't have
She
been.
was dancing and screaming, and she was like, no, that's from last night. So, okay. Okay, so anyway, they're in a cabana. They've got money line on Murray State. You got a score on that? I think they were getting no hit in the 7th inning. Murray State playing Arkansas, elimination game.
It was actually a perfect game going into the 7th inning. It is still 3-0, or it's 3-0 Arkansas now. So Arkansas has put on 2 runs in the 7th. Give me a second. I can get you a box score. Yes, they're still getting no hit. Still getting no hit.
I like that, though.
Still getting no hit. All right.
Actually, they still have a perfect game. So
Who? Coastal?
Arkansas.
Arkansas
is throwing a perfect game. Everybody say it. Jinx it.
Wow. Oh, Zev in the first segment already coming at us. Zev frustrated in the first segment.
Is heated.
He doesn't want to repeat himself, Slay Dog. You hear
I
him?
see that.
Arkansas is throwing a perfect game right now. And a no-hitter.
Well,
Come on, Murray State.
One
They're
would,
racers.
one would go with the other, I guess. If you have a perfect game, you also have a no-hitter.
True, but you can have a no-hitter with no perfect game.
That is definitely true. One golfer beat Oakmont.
Who?
One golfer.
Everybody else was positive?
Yep. J.J. Spawn was the only golfer under par winning the U.S. Open at -1. And to get to -1, he had to hit a 64-foot birdie putt on 18.
Now, is this the same guy that was saying he went about it acting as if he didn't really care? That's the question. So, let me look him up. J.J. Spawn.
J.J. Spawn has only won one time in his life on the PGA level. Anyway, he was 31 years old. This is his first major, obviously. A lot of golfers went Milli Vanilli and blamed it on the rain, but they all had to deal with it. So, look, when a golfer starts blaming it on the rain, everybody else is dealing with the same conditions, man.
True.
Like, don't you stop and think about that?
No.
You're just worried about how it affected you?
Yeah, it's all about self. That's why you play the individual sport.
Lone gunman.
Yeah, why am I worried about everybody else?
Span's coach said the best thing that happened was the reset for him. He was down 3 and had shot a 40 on the front 9. And then they had the rain delay.
Yeah.
And he got it together. Got a fresh start. Spawn said that break was actually the key for me to winning this tournament.
Yeah, he's the one. He's the one that said, I'm just going to relax. I'm just going to relax and not care about my putting or anything. This was on Thursday after round 1. It was like, that's how I made some great putts. And
not caring?
Not caring. Said he was going to carry that attitude throughout the match. And
it worked.
It sure did.
Well, he needed par to win, so he's 64 feet out on 18. He only needed a 2-putt for the win. Nope, not needed. Drained it. Birdie, winner. Unreal. First PGA win didn't come until he was 31 years old. That is his only win. His first major comes now at 34 years of age. So, Game 5, NBA Finals. We'll break it down next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening, y'all? MedicalHouseCalls.com. This right here is designed and will help save you in so many instances. Healthcare designed for your life. It's 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Same-day appointments are available. Now, this right here is primary healthcare, urgent care, IV therapy, medical weight loss. It's so many. All you got to understand is active recovery IVs from workouts. It's right there for you. Everybody that's out there getting the grind in the gym, and they can focus on getting it back in what you've lost. Also focus on how, you can always hate going to see the doctors and being in the doctor's office. They come to your door. Y'all remember when I was real sick? It was about February, and I needed to get my body going. I had to get on a plane and do a show, and it was tough. Man, they came over there that morning, gave me my IVs, gave me shots, everything I needed to get boosted, and boom, I was on the plane the next day doing the SEC Network. Real easy to do, man. Medical House Calls is at your convenience. Mobile IV therapy, get there, people. MedicalHouseCalls.com.
Loan Pronto, maybe you're maxed out on credit cards, struggling with high interest debt. Well, you can pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. Don't touch your low rate first mortgage. Don't have to have an appraisal. Don't have to wait. Yes, all of that is accurate. The Rapid Equity Loan Program at Loan Pronto is amazing. They actually had a client last month get $300,000 approved out of the equity in their home in under 24 hours, paid off debt, renovated a kitchen, and then on top of it, cut their monthly expenses by $1,800. Loan Pronto offers instant approvals, low rates, and no hard credit pull up front. You can start the entire process on loanpronto.com. or give them a call and let them talk you through it. 615-499-5780, loanpronto.com, 615-499-5780. Loan Pronto, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1661781, on approved credit, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Yeah, Davenport responded, did Black 35 hit, and it was all caps. Twice, witches, among other things. She won a bunch of money on pennies. She loves to play penny slots.
It's slower.
Is that what it is? It takes a lot longer to lose money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, she won. 615-737-1045. Connie on YouTube, if you want to watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch. Twitch, please.
Sorry, I was looking at this Arkansas box score. I think the perfect game is over, so I did my job.
Okay, we need a grand slam for Murray State. That's what
Is that you was trying to jinx it?
Yes.
You don't like Arkansas?
Yeah. Like, if anybody else was throwing the perfect game, I'd be like, don't jinx it. But Arkansas, yeah, they can go to hell.
Whoa!
Yes, Zeph.
Whoa!
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Zephyr.
Slay Dog. We've been on 20 minutes. He's come at you,
I love it.
telling you to listen. And then Arkansas could go to hell?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's going to end up in the last
Get him,
segment.
Zephyr.
Wow. Okay.
I'm all for, like, cheering on, like, for perfect games and stuff like that. Not for them.
What is it about Arkansas that got to you?
I don't know, them and Vandy.
I think Zephyr's.
No offense, Vandy
old,
Chris.
Adam.
I know he's the one who said don't jinx it in the chat, but I already did.
I thought I told him that.
Connie said, what did she say? Got my new knee on the 24th. Best of luck to you, Slay.
Yeah, I asked Connie, though, how she feel. Oh, kind of rough at the moment, but looking forward. Now, that's what I did here. He said the first 2 weeks are, sometimes they make you question, like, why'd you get it done? But trust and believe it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you reach a point with that thing based on what I've seen. It's like, get it done. I don't care. Get it done now.
That's where I am.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm like.
That's where I learned that from you.
Yeah, I'd much rather, let's get this over with.
Let's see. Taylor, 16 weeks, then skydiving with Ramon and Bert. What is this about?
Skydiving with Ramon and Bert. Who?
Who is skydiving with Ramon and Bert?
It won't be Slay.
Does that mean Ramon and Bert are skydiving?
Yes, so.
Do you know anything about that?
I don't even know where that came from. Who said that?
Taylor H. 16 weeks, then skydiving with Ramon and Bert. That would be a crew, though. If you had to, like, lock hands and do circles in the sky.
No, it would not be a crew.
Ramon, Bert,
I would not be up there.
and Slay Dog.
There's no way I'd be up there. No way. I'm too, like, I love roller coasters and stuff like that, but jumping out of a plane, that is most definitely not it.
Why would you jump out of a perfectly good plane?
Yeah, and depend on somebody else to open my chute and all that. Nah, I'm cool.
Especially, like,
I don't belong up there.
Davenport did it
Davenport's crazy.
with the Army.
Yeah. And did she say she passed out?
No, what she said was that she had second thoughts right at the end.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, okay, well, we'll take a second to think about it or whatever. And then he pushed her out the door.
See, that don't sound like no type of game to be played.
She was attached to him, but so he went too. But
even worse, you willing to go out here and jump out of the plane, which is crazy. And you want to take me with you, which is crazier. Nah. Let me just do us both a favor and not elect to go up there.
Jim said best surgery besides a liver transplant I ever had.
Well, Jim. Okay.
Taylor says, Zeph, they're Arkansas. They're already in hell. Where's the Arkansas hate coming from today?
Oh, it is spilling over, though.
Vandy Chris 24, because we both beat Tennessee.
That's probably it.
That probably is it, to be all.
That's
Chris.
probably it.
Jeremy says Arkansas is still throwing the no-hitter, though.
Yes, everyone say that. Arkansas is throwing a no-hitter. Make sure we get that and spread the word. Everybody.
Babyman AD2. Wait, did he mean Slay was skydiving or Taylor is skydiving? With Ramon and Bert. That's the other part. Like, I can't see those two skydiving together. I can't see Ramon doing that.
Listen, and Vanderman AD just said it's a tandem, so you go with someone. I don't trust me enough to be up there, so why am I going to trust somebody else?
Also, like, who would be a tandem partner for a 6'8" dude?
It better be somebody that's 7 foot. They can carry more weight.
Plus, that plane just went down in Tullahoma. Did you see that?
Nah.
It was a skydiving plane.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see? It's just let me know. Foreshadow. Stay out the planes. I watched that Bin Laden thing the other day.
Oh, yeah. Bav said to watch it. I haven't watched it yet. Is it good?
Dope. Mm-hmm.
It is good.
OJ, they had a new one on OJ, too. American Man.
A new one.
I mean,
how many ways can we tell that story?
Yeah, I'm saying, no, this was. They did a good job.
Okay.
They did a good job.
Even more detail?
Yeah, like it's the case was solved in the first 30 minutes. They just had to do their job. That's a shame. That is a shame. Dog, so much evidence not collected. Like it was.
Oh, yeah.
That was bonkers.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how everybody associated with the case wasn't fired. Like if you walked in that vicinity, you should have been fired. Not go in there and go grab the stuff, but even if you was outside to keep the crowds back, you should have been fired. Like that's no way. That was open shut.
John says there is so much new stuff in the OJ series.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's really good.
I did see something not too long ago. Robert Shapiro had talked about how they knew that the glove would not fit when they did it, and that's why they allowed, like, they kind of pushed the prosecution into that.
Yep.
Because they were allowed access to it and had already tried it on.
And they said, what's the name? What is F. Lee Bailey was prying it.
That's who it was. F. Lee Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it was like, what did he say? You got the kahunas of a field mouse if you don't do it. Dang. Well, they got Darden in
Whatever happened to Christopher Darden and Marsha Clark?
They said at the end, Darden started his own practice.
Yeah.
I forgot what it said about Marsha Clark. I forgot what it said about her. Yeah, but I'm telling you, it's good. It's worth to go back and watch. I watched that first, then I watched Osama bin Laden. Man, that was a different dude.
Two of America's most wanted.
Man, he put the terror in terrorists. It was some of that stuff because back then at that time, I was too young and it wasn't all that access. Like I wasn't finna be watching CNN and stuff like that. It would be a little different now, but the stuff that he was.
I would like to see it having, I mean, we talked about this, having had Robert O'Neill on the show, the guy that shot bin Laden, and like having him walk us through that.
He talked about it.
Okay.
He on this one.
Yeah, I want to see it.
And he explained it the same way you did. The same way you explained it, that's how he explained it.
Well, I got it from him.
You did a good job.
But you know me, though. Usually I get half of it right.
Yeah, but no, that's what I'm saying. You got this.
I remembered this one.
2AT.
Good. 2AT.
That was good.
SportsCenter is doing a 50 states in 50 days tour. Have you seen this?
I got it from him.
Yeah, I got it from him. It wasn't like Robert O'Neill told a guy who told me at the bar.
Hey, man.
Hey, man, I was at Neighbors. This guy said he knows Robert O'Neill. He said, man, that was some crazy Shiano over there.
Hey, man. Whew.
SportsCenter doing a 50 states. I wish you could find that, Zeph. Robert O'Neill telling that story.
Come on, Zeph. You just worry about Arkansas.
I've looked. We can't find it.
JT said it's in the R drive.
There is no R drive.
Ask Paul Mason where the R drive is. That's where we need.
JT made up a drive.
Now we need to go to Brad Willis. We'll just ask all the people who used to work here to find it. SportsCenter doing 50 states in 50 days tour. The Tennessee stop will be in Bristol on Saturday, August 3rd with Marty and McGee for the Major League Baseball Speedway Classic. Braves at Reds. Are you going as a Braves fan, Zeph? Like, how far up the bucket list is this?
What, the Bristol?
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
It would be cool.
It would be cool, but I don't know if I want to go watch two not-so-great teams play in a NASCAR. It would be cool to go, but I don't know if I want to drive
I don't think I'm in on this one. I think it's from what I heard from when people watched UT and Virginia Tech play up there.
It was cool.
They said it was cool, but it was so like.
Are you
it's
far
so
away?
small. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So small and
you had to buy good tickets.
Oh, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So baseball, the diamond, it ought like that little area is smaller than the football field.
Yeah.
Well, the players are for real.
Right, for real. You are correct. Yes.
Like the cool thing about like baseball is when like
no, man.
Like in the outfield when you're right there up against the fence.
Yeah.
In the outfield and like a homer comes to you and you can see all the fans like catching same with the foul balls and stuff like that. But I feel like they're way too far away. Like all the foul balls are gonna land like in this middle of dead space in the middle of
it's just gonna bounce on the track. Bounce. You gotta hope it bounce over the fence. Nah, I'm cool.
They do have like a ginormous television, like in the infield part.
Yeah, but man, they got them at home too. Got a ginormous TV at home.
Bristol is cool though. Like when you roll up on that thing, I can't even begin to tell you how big that Bristol Motor Speedway is. Like it is. What does it hold? Like 170,000?
It's something crazy.
But you're driving through rural East Tennessee, right? And so then you come up over this hill, and there are all these hills with all these houses and stuff, and then no trees all of a sudden, and then boom, and then they have a drag strip next to it. Like it's just, it's almost like when you drive up and you see it, it's almost like, oh,
yeah, this is it. I'm cool on the Euro.
What's the capacity of Bristol's?
In 2021, the Speedway has a capacity of 146,000.
Okay.
Yep.
So like 150.
But guess what? You can put some more. The ballpark's so little, you can put some more seats in there.
Give me some more. Put some people in the infield.
Yeah.
You're out on that?
Yeah.
I am too. I will say this, the Tennessee Virginia Tech thing was a cool experience.
Yeah.
It was, but it was really hard getting out of that place.
That's the other part. But now I have nowhere to go.
Yeah. That's true. 615-737-1045. Vandy Chris 24 reminds Zeph if this happens will only be the second time in the history of the postseason. The other was Kumar Rocker in his 19 strikeouts against Duke.
Oh, I remember that game.
In the Super Regional at Vanderbilt. I watched that game live too. Did you?
Yeah. That game was nuts. And the way he was fired up after he ended up winning that game.
And they kept showing his parents in the crowd. That was the most dominant pitching performance I've ever seen. And I was watching Kerry Wood with the 19 strikeouts against the Astros because I was an Astros fan. That was incredible. Vandy Chris 24, Slay, just based on the limo driver testimony, I would have had to vote not guilty on OJ. Someone had access to the house after OJ left.
Yep.
He testified to 4 cars there, but the cop said there were only 3.
I'm telling you, it's so much put into this doc.
Wait, so you come out of it thinking he might not have done it?
No, you come out thinking that somebody was crooked, going in, placing evidence and handling things the wrong way. It was too many holes in it.
So he did it, but they also tried to make it look even more like
he did it.
Okay,
and that's where they messed up even more.
Yeah,
but
they didn't even have to do that.
It was one part, man. The last part where he asked him and his agent was sitting outside of his Rockingham home on the back patio area by the pool, and he asked him a question out there about whether he did it or not. And OJ looked at him and said, "What you think?" He was like, "Honestly, I thought you did it from the get-go." And he was like, "I could have gave up an answer like any other agent would be like, nah, man, you didn't do it, this, that, and other." He said, then OJ told him, and what OJ said, that right there is you gotta go listen to it.
Is that on Netflix too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, OJ said right there, like I've never heard anybody else say that.
That's one of the most interesting cases in the history.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. And that was the other part. We didn't get to study that we were younger.
Yeah.
So the information, we wasn't getting that information
I was in
like
college,
that.
yeah.
So,
but, you're still dumb in college.
Yeah, I was in high school trying to get that information, and so many holes in it. We knew about the chase, you knew about the verdict and everything, but, man, this was detailed. So detailed.
Right. And, that was one of the first cases on television.
Yeah.
And so.
They do some good series, too. American Manhunt, they do some really good series. The one with Osama, that was pretty dope. It was pretty dope, too.
Karen asked where Babs is. Yeah, she's.
Viva Las Vegas.
They're in a cabana with money line on Murray State, who is getting no hit right now.
Who did?
Donna Travis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They put money line on Murray State.
Yeah,
that wasn't. That's what Vegas will do to you.
Did you find the Murray State player?
Oh no, I forgot to go look that up. Sorry, I had to go get Slay's food and I forgot.
Good job, Jeff.
My bad.
Oh yeah, man, that just popped in here. I didn't even see it.
What?
Your food.
Yeah.
You know what you need? One of those bank teller things
that can shoot.
That goes all the way to the front door. They can just shoot your food right into the studio.
Yep. Because these crutches all work out. They all work out, boy.
Well, there was a Murray State player that he was smiling during the press conference after they lost game 1, and he was asked about it, and he explained why. And I was going to run that by you and see what you thought.
Somebody sent that chat, didn't
he? Yeah, me. He just hasn't pulled it yet.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
In the meantime,
in between time.
peace. Game 5 of the NBA Finals is tonight. You know, I was kind of pissed about that.
What?
They could have played that game on Sunday. Like, give the dad something to watch.
Yeah, that's not how it works out here.
Need the extra travel day in the finals.
Yep.
Indiana at Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City, a 9.5-point favorite. That is a big line.
They winning this in OKC. I don't know if they're going to cover like that, but.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think SGA is going to have a huge game tonight.
And just because Indiana doesn't quit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, they might get up by 16, 17,
and a lot of
ready to
teams will
close
roll
out.
over.
Yeah, but they're going to keep playing. So that 9 points can be iffy.
7:30 ABC. This is a great series. Ratings are down 20% from last year. We talked about this before, that it would be a great series and that numbers would be down. But if you do watch it, you're going to see some great basketball. And it goes against what everybody kind of throws out there as a narrative as to why they don't like the NBA right now. This series is featuring great defense, pressure defense,
team defense,
less isolation, and fewer threes.
This is what you want the game to be. You just want your mega stars that are in LA or in Dallas or whatever, Miami, wherever, Chicago. You want them to be there. You didn't expect Indiana and OKC, probably two of the smallest markets out there. Maybe
they
Memphis
might be
smaller.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe.
Memphis is.
But that might be the only one.
Oklahoma City is so spread out.
Yeah.
They have a good population. But,
right.
But two of the three, I would guess.
Yeah, like.
Smallest markets.
Indiana, the state, you think about basketball. You know what I'm saying? But
Halliburton said, "This is high-level basketball, and I'm excited to be a part of it." End quote. I like that. Knowing where you are in the moment, like where your feet are. I love that.
I was having a conversation with someone about, like, they were saying it kind of like about the viewership. And my thing was, if you think back to the old OKC team with James Harden, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, they were young too. The problem was they were going up against Miami, who had LeBron, D-Wade, Chris Bosh, all these guys that are established. So you didn't necessarily need something to spark your interest. You were watching the big three. But this OKC team is similar to that one. If you take away the phenom that Kevin Durant was because of his size and everything, like SGA's on the trajectory to do what Russell Westbrook or James Harden did as far as being a superstar.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's weird.
Harden
man.
was good, but he wasn't Harden yet.
No, he wasn't Harden yet.
Yeah,
because he was coming off a 6-man role. He was in the 6-man role,
That's
but
right.
Russ was Russ.
Russ,
you know
was
what I
Russ.
mean? Like
that was the best of Russ.
So it what floats your boat, man, and you being in tune with who OKC is and stuff like that. It's not flashy and good to watch, but as far as
Russell
the
Westbrook
brand.
the other day said something like, I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember exactly what he said, but I thought it was an interesting quote. And he said, "I thank God for giving me the ability to not care what people think."
He sure got it. He showed it.
he sure got
shows
it.
that ability all the time right there. Yeah, Lee. Yes, indeed, bro.
It is a new best-of-3 series now. So OKC has 2 home games left. Indiana does have the ability to win on the road. They've proven that. So we'll see. But this is the 32nd time an NBA Finals has been 2-2.
That's crazy out all these years.
The winner of Game 5 in those 31 series has won 23 of the series. So 74% win rate if you win Game 5.
See, they got to be above 80 for me to believe it.
I actually thought that number was kind of low.
Yeah,
because
I thought
if you lose Game 5 and go on to win the series, that means you swept Game 6 and 7,
Tough.
meaning you won one on the road.
Yeah. And I think I do.
And so that's
think
happened 7 times.
that's tough.
8 times, sorry. 8 times.
I wonder, was Mike and them down? Mike and them was down to Utah, for sure.
Yeah, but they won that in Game 6.
But they ain't no winner. Yeah, they won in the 6.
Yeah.
I think
Utah.
OKC is going to win in 6, though. I said that.
You've said that from the beginning.
I'm going to stay there.
I think they win tonight.
They definitely win.
And then every bit of the pressure.
They lose tonight. Now, Lord help them.
And then I think he's going 7. Here's the thing. The Pacers haven't lost back-to-back games. We talked about this. They haven't lost back-to-back games since mid-March. They're 10-0 after a loss.
And then coming in with this spread.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Larry H2O on YouTube says, "Go Hogs, Zeph."
It ain't looking good for the Racers.
Vandy Chris 24 says 18 strikeouts and 1 out away.
17. He's got 17.
17?
17 strikeouts. Well, okay. So
and a no-hitter?
Who's on the mound?
Gage Wood. He's at 116 pitches right now. Now, the first strikeout in this inning was a hit by pitch, but they reviewed it and they determined the batter did not attempt to get out of the way, which it hit him square in the back. I don't know how you can try and get out of the way of that.
No, you're taught to just turn in.
Yeah, but in college, if you don't attempt to get out of the way, it's a strike.
It's supposed to be, but they hardly ever give you that.
Well, guess what? They gave this guy that, and so Murray State lost.
Guess what? That's all I'm wanting to
Murray
say.
State lost a base runner, and this guy got another strikeout, and now he's 1 strike away from a no-hitter.
120 pitches, Vandy Chris has.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't care in college baseball, man.
Let him go. Let him go.
This guy's trying to throw a no-hitter in Omaha. You let him go, dude. You ain't.
Oh yeah.
You ain't.
Apparently, he told Dave Van Horn, and he just got it. 18 strikeouts, perfect game, or not perfect game. Sorry, no hitter. 18 strikeouts.
Great run, Murray State.
When was the last time it was a no hitter?
They said there's only been 2 in the whole.
Really?
This is only the second one in postseason history.
Wow.
The other was Kumar Rocker in the Super Regional. So it's never been done in Omaha.
Never done in Omaha, I don't think. Well, this was the first. That was the most strikeouts by a single player in the College World Series in Omaha. It's the third time in men's College World Series history that there's a no hitter. The other 2 were in like the 1950s and 1970s, something like that, something crazy like that.
James says Zeph getting too comfortable. No, dude, this is what we want. This is what we want from y'all too. Like,
Yes.
call in and tell us what you think.
Come on,
man.
that's what we saying.
Hey, Look, I'm not going to not Gage Wood. Congratulations to him. Perfect game with 19 strikeouts. That's insane. But I can hate watch if I want to hate
Not
watch.
perfect, right?
No hitter. I keep saying perfect game. Sorry.
Come on, Zeph.
He was a hit by pitch away from a perfect game.
It's almost like this is
Sorry, I'm too
Alyssa.
angry.
Like in the perfect game is your fiance.
Yeah, I know, right?
And the no hitter's really your wife.
Sorry, I'm too angry.
Sorry, I'm too angry that Arkansas is succeeding.
But right, Slade, this is what we want. Mm-hmm. We want people to call in with their venom.
Please, we're begging for it. Like I want. You're supposed to call in and rep your team the way you're supposed to. This isn't the off season yet.
It's never off season on 3HL.
Even more so. Like, so do it all the
But
time.
we want Zeph to be passionate about something.
Yeah, don't wait till Friday.
Zeph, you can hate whoever you want to hate, man.
Yeah. Now, I will say he did have the longest perfect game bid in the College World Series since 1999, going to the top of the 8th inning. So,
Fanny Man AD2 says, congratulations to the guy.
yeah.
Wood. His name is Wood.
Gage Wood is his name.
Gage Wood.
I'll say his name.
Who was their other pitcher? Hose or something?
Root. Zach Root.
Root, yeah.
Now, he got killed by LSU. They took him out
did.
they took him out in the 2nd inning. But Gage Wood picked him up.
All their pitchers with their names, man. Root and Wood.
What's the other one? His name started with a G. Geikel?
Oh, yeah, the guy that came in after Root. Yeah, Geikel.
Geikel. Got a nice little plethora of names.
I use the word plethora. 615-737-1045 is the number at 3HL 1045. Tennessee baseball, speaking of baseball, losing a significant piece to the portal. Got that for you next. 3HL 1045 The Zone. $1960, the last no-hitter, the College World Series. Okay. Well, spring has sprung, and you all know what that means. It's officially moving season, a time filled with hours of packing, unpacking, and so much bubble wrap. But this is the first thing that you should do when moving into your new home, and that is make sure that the Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity. It's super quick and easy to set up. Then, boom, you'll have your new home hooked up with the ultimate Wi-Fi experience faster than the time it takes you to parallel park a moving truck, which would take me probably days, honestly. Then you'll be back online with the most reliable Wi-Fi with the best-in-class equipment from Xfinity, so you can just kick back, relax, and stream your favorite movies and TV shows while someone else deals with all those boxes. Because with Xfinity, the only thing you'll have to worry about is remembering where you pack the remote. Make it right and easy. Move with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com/move. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Most reliable Wi-Fi claim based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. The producer of 3HL, executive producer at that is Zeph.
What's up?
He's very opinionated today.
Yes.
Zeph has got a lot of vitriol over there. We like it. Bring it, Zeph.
Look, congratulations to Gagewood. He deserves that. He earned it. 19 strikeouts, third ever.
He earned your congratulations? Is that what you're
Yeah, he did earn my congratulations by having probably one of the best pitching performances in
the history of college baseball?
college baseball history.
Given the
So,
stage, I mean, yeah.
congratulations, Gagewood. I'm still going to be angry about it.
Yeah,
'cause
Super's loss didn't sit well with our guy Zephyr.
No, it did not.
But that was our fault, Zephyr.
It was our fault, but I can still be mad at Arkansas, too.
I mean, that's a damn good team, bro.
Yeah, it is.
It is. They're really good. Dave Van Horn might actually get his this year.
I mean, doesn't Arkansas have to win this? Look, they just they just boat raced Tennessee. Then they pounded LSU.
Yeah, but not if Root
No,
goes
they
up
got-
there and
they
chokes.
lost to LSU.
They lost
Yeah,
to
not
LSU.
if he goes up there and chokes like it. Now, some teams get your numbers, some lights get your numbers. But
See, that's the one knock. So Dave Van Horn has like all this credit like for completely flipping that program, for like helping modernize college baseball and get it like popular and stuff like that. But the one thing he has not done is win the big game or the big series.
Your boy Tony Vitello asked about him the other day and got emotional talking about that guy.
Yeah, well,
Did he?
you're always going to get emotional about the guy who gave you one of your first opportunities. So
He's always got something, doesn't he?
I'm just saying.
Answer for everything.
Like all these people saying,
Alyssa,
"Oh, Tony's
good luck.
going to leave for Arkansas." Okay, okay.
yeah, I think that's them just trolling though. I don't
yeah.
think they
Yeah.
really
He
believe
ain't
it.
leaving.
I don't
hope
know.
they
I
don't
think
believe
some Arkansas fans actually
Think
do
so?
believe that.
This
Yeah.
listen, they're building the house that Vitello built.
that. Right.
You can't leave in the middle
Can't
of
walk
that.
out of it. Yeah, like what the heck? The hecky? The hell?
Tennessee baseball loses relief pitcher Dylan Loy to the transfer portal. He led the SEC with 33 appearances this year.
Where's he going?
Don't know yet. He's from Pigeon Forge.
You
Probably
leaving
going to
home.
Arkansas. Let's be honest.
He might be. He might be. Be a good spot for him. He has 2 years left.
Yeah, make room. It isn't doing nothing but making room.
How you grow up in Pigeon Forge, go to Tennessee, and then leave Tennessee?
NIL stuff.
It's
man.
like Steve Spurrier grew up in Johnson City. Pigeon
Yeah.
Forge is closer.
I'm not 100% sure about that because he was probably going to take even, and he already had a big role out of the bullpen, like you said, led the SEC in appearances with 33.
He wants to go start somewhere.
Yeah, he was going to take a big step this next year, especially with everyone that's leaving out of that.
Do you
bullpen.
think he's getting in the portal just to have Tennessee come back and like who was the cornerback that did that?
Ricky Gibson?
Gibson, yeah. He got in the portal for like 2 hours.
Yeah, but his was more like Jamal McCoy was down.
Yeah,
He had leverage.
Like, what leverage does he have?
I don't know. Tennessee will probably say, okay, you're not starting. So they've added like 5 pitchers already.
That's what I'm saying.
that is true. They have
all
they have-
conference
Yeah.
pitchers.
They have
They
gone.
got a guy from MIT. Do you think we're going to have to like interview that dude at some point?
Yeah.
No, we're not smart enough for that.
No.
I want to interview interview the dude from ETSU, the SoCon pitcher of the year, who throws submarine.
Yeah. Like Kent Tekulve.
Yeah,
What was that? Abundant?
yeah, he throws. Yeah,
Up
basically,
under.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
pretty
That's
much.
a good way to describe
Submarine
it.
is under, right?
That's a good way to describe it.
Come under. Do people don't do that often, though, do they?
No, not anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know how his like elbow stays intact. Like you would think that his forearm would
He
just
got a real whip
on one
that
pitch
thing.
would just go with the ball to the catcher.
When I was in high school, my coach tried to convert me to a submarine pitcher. My junior year, it is much harder than you think. Much harder to go from throwing overhand your entire life to. So when I was on flat ground, like
It hurts your elbow.
and your back, because you have to like twist your back and to try and get that torque.
Yeah, these guys are limber. Slay.
Yeah, hey.
So when you first do it, when you're on flat ground, like you can get a rhythm on flat ground, but once you get up on an elevated surface that's the mound, and you try and throw it off the mound, it's a totally different ball game.
Rhythm is a dancer.
You tried to do that, Zeph, before?
Yeah, my coach, my junior year, tried to convert me to a submarine pitcher. Did not go well.
Wow.
Hurt my back.
I'm cool on that. You know, all that little twisting and then turning.
So I told him, I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm going back to overhand. And then I really didn't play.
Zeph told his coach what he ain't gonna do.
It hurt my back.
Does that surprise you?
And
It was
then really
painful.
didn't play.
I didn't play. I didn't play before that either. So, like, let's be honest here.
What number were you?
In high school, I wore 32.
32?
He was close.
You didn't, Charles Wilson back in the day.
I did
for
not
the
pick
Tennessee
that. I
Volunteers?
did not pick that number. It was given to me.
Well, we know that because you weren't playing. But you didn't play at all? Like, ever? Even in
I was
like
a relief pitcher. I came in a couple times.
Look clean.
You did? You got in a couple times?
Yeah.
What happened the couple times you got
My
in?
very first appearance my senior year,
Can't
gave
wait
up
for this.
a 2-run home run.
Senior, yeah.
Yeah, my first appearance. I got a video of it too that Alyssa took of it.
Dog, what your teammates say to you, dog?
It's just I think we were losing that game anyways. We were already down. It's not like I blew. It's not like I blew a game. We were already down,
yeah.
so I just
They're
came
not
in.
putting him in a tight games. Like
No.
No, I thought reliever, he coming to close
What
out,
happened
right?
the second time you got in?
I don't remember. I'll be honest. After I gave up that 2-run home run, I was like, yeah, this probably ain't for
What did
me
it feel
long
like?
term.
What did it feel like to stand on the mound and like watch that ball go? Like, did you know it was gone on the crack of the
yeah,
bat?
because I'll show you guys the video. Someone in the crowd goes, "Get out of here, ball!" And that's all I heard.
Oh, Zelfadern, man.
Is that a lonely feeling standing on the mound watching the guy around the bases?
I mean, it's a lonely feeling when you give up just a single. Like a home run is just like, oh man, what did I do?
2-run.
What pitch was it?
I threw a slider that did not slide.
Oh, boy.
Story time with Zeph Dog.
Oh, man, exactly. I love it. That's what I'm talking about.
How have we
Zephyr.
known you this long and not heard that story?
That is a great story.
I will show you guys the video. It's hilarious. And it was a line drive homer too. It does like in the video.
So he smoked it.
Yeah, in the video, it did not get. It looks like it didn't get up in the air at all. I mean, it was like a line drive and it right over left field. I just kind of watched it and walked around the mound, got a new ball, and I did get out of the inning though. I think I got I got 2 pop-ups to get out of the inning.
Yeah, because everybody's trying to
rock it.
homer.
Yeah. Oh, we got us one, y'all.
Because that's what happens. Try to hit a homer, you pop up. Because you're trying to get under the ball.
That's a good story, though. I'm proud of you on that.
It was a slider that didn't slide.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right,
My
y'all ready to go to break?
14-year-old throws an incredible slider.
Yeah.
They're in Florida right now. All right, Zeph, good stuff there. When we come back, we have a little list. PFF ranked the best pass-catching duos in the NFL. Got the top 5 for you.
Let's go.
I can kind of argue about it a little bit.
Ooh, I will.
But we'll tell you where the Titans are as well. 615-737-1045. You want in.
Two Rivers Ford. You need a truck, an SUV, a car, anything. You should go to Two Rivers Ford because right now you'll get employee pricing. Everybody gets employee pricing. You pay what they pay on almost every new Ford on the lot. And at Two Rivers Ford, what you see, always what you get. Two Rivers Ford, upfront and honest every single time. And now they are offering you employee pricing. No better time to buy American, no better dealership than Two Rivers Ford. I promise there will never be any kind of throat punch Thursday for Two Rivers Ford. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, home of the non-commissioned sales team, and now home of employee pricing for absolutely everyone. That's from America for America. Go check them out in Mount Juliet. You can check them out online as well, see what kind of inventory they have on the lots. And oh, by the way, they'll even bring you a car to test drive. They're the best. It's Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
afternoon. It's 4:03. I'm Joe Spinano live from the 104.5 The Zone studios. In NFL news today, the Bengals and star defensive end Trey Hendrickson have resumed talks on a new contract and his future with the team. Hendrickson was an All-Pro in 2024 and was the NFL sack leader with 17.5 sacks. In College World Series baseball news, Arkansas right-hander Gage Wood threw the third no-hitter in the College World Series and the first since 1960 in a 3-0 win over Murray State in an elimination game. Wood was an eighth-inning hit-by-pitch away from a perfect game and also had 19 strikeouts, which was a high in the College World Series. In Tennessee sports news, Vols baseball lefty reliever Dylan Loy headed to the transfer portal. Loy made 33 appearances with the Vols in 2025, notching 4 wins, 2 saves, and a 3.97 ERA. The NBA Finals moved back to Oklahoma City for Game 5 tonight as the Pacers and Thunder are all tied up at 2 games apiece. Tip-off is at 7:30 on ABC. For your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Babsy is on location.
Locating.
And on assignment. No, she's locating the hell out of some stuff, I think. Slay Dog is here, though.
I'm in the building.
The Bengals and Trey Hendrickson have resumed talks.
Yeah. What is it? What does all that mean, though?
What did he have last year? 17.5?
Yeah, and what did he have the year before that?
Leader.
17.5. Just continue to have 17.5.
It's funny when you just look at a still shot of him standing up near the line of scrimmage. He looks like he played in 1954.
But it's
You know what I mean? He just looks like an old school type,
super
get after a guy.
productive.
Yeah. So they've resumed talks. Good for them.
Yeah, get it done, Cincinnati.
Gage.
Another guy waiting too, Stewart.
That's right. Gage Wood throws the third no-hitter in College World Series history for the Arkansas Razorbacks over Murray State. Great run by Murray State, man. First, they had never been to the Super Regional before. And so as a 4 seed, they take out Duke. And they make it only the third 4 seed from a Super Regional to make it to Omaha.
Yeah.
So incredible run. Did you find what you were looking for, Bono?
With the Murray State? What did
Yeah.
you call me? Bono.
Still haven't found what I'm looking for. That's what Bono said.
Oh, no, I found it.
This is a Murray State player after they lost game 1, and he was smiling at the press conference. So someone asked him why he's smiling after a loss.
You keep smiling. I know obviously the result's not what you wanted, but just kind of talk about, the attitude kind of going into obviously Monday, but just the opportunity to be playing here.
I mean, obviously it's baseball heaven here. I was talking about it yesterday. I walked around. I've never felt famous before until I got here. Those kids don't care whether
What do you think?
Respect it. I can respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's understanding exactly what's going on. Ain't no false sense of reality. Dog, this is it.
It's like what we said about Halliburton. He knows what the moment is. How much of a blessing is that when you know where your feet are and how, if you're going through a special time in your life and you actually understand how special that is.
It's a great way to be.
Because I know a lot of people hear that and they're probably like, okay, he doesn't have that killer mindset, blah, 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 all this stuff. But, you can still go out there and compete, even though you're happy to be there.
Yeah, I think he does because he understands where he is and what's to come after this, which is Nathaniel. This is over. I think that's all the killer you need. You finna go play like this your last game because it is your last game.
I always think about that, on the last high school football game that kids play, because most of those kids will never play football again.
Yep.
When they lose that last game.
Mm-hmm. No,
but you can think about that in college sports too. I mean,
Yeah.
Most people don't go pro.
No, you're fortunate to get to, but don't always happen.
So congrats to Gage Wood, Arkansas pitcher, on that no-hitter, man. He was absolutely dominant. 18 strikeouts, throws a no.
19, right?
Yes, 19.
Oh, 19.
There was a little confusion on the broadcast. They had it. They were a strikeout behind.
Okay.
But it is 19 officially, which is the most in a 9-inning game in the College World Series.
Yeah. What series?
Yep. 615-737-1045. You want in? 615-737-1045. Zeph told a story about he got in twice in high school. And he doesn't remember what happened the second time, but he does remember what happened the first time. And part of that reason is because his girlfriend and now wife, his girlfriend at the time, took a video of it. Zeph told the story well. He said he went in, gave up a 2-run homer. It was hammered. It wasn't even like 15 feet off the ground. Yeah. And he showed us the video, and, man, that was hammered. For it to not go very high, you got to tank that thing.
Yeah, Zeph didn't sugarcoat this at all.
And his head whipped around so fast, he had whiplash. Do you have the audio? Can you play the audio from it?
Yeah, just pay attention to the reaction from the crowd. And note that she was sitting in my school side. So this is probably coming from people on my school side, I had to guess.
Okay, we'll play it once without calling attention to what we heard and see if you can hear it. And then we'll play it again and point out a couple of things. Number one, that might be the loudest crack of a bat I've ever heard.
It didn't sound like that, Zeph, when you played it for us in here.
Number two, right after the crack of the bat, you could hear somebody say, what did they say? Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
And then another guy says, get out of here. Play it again.
Get out of here, ball.
I mean, Slay, how loud was that crack of the bat?
Man, he rocks Zeph World on that one.
And then you hear the, oh, my God.
I was hoping when we got an opportunity to see it, too, that Alyssa kept the camera on you, and she did. Terrific job.
Yeah, she did not follow the ball.
Yeah, terrific job.
I kept my eye on the ball the entire way, and I just stared at it as it landed over
Did you watch it, like, re-enter the atmosphere? Did you stay on it that long?
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, what can you do as a pitcher? Like,
nothing. I mean,
watch it? I mean, I could, like, turn around. I'm not going to turn around and not watch it. It was a home run.
Especially if it was a slider that don't slide.
It was a slider that did not slide.
I said, what pitch did you throw? He said, a slider that didn't slide. Play it one more time.
Get out of here, ball.
That's like an old dude yelling that.
So, that's Zeph's school.
Side. That's
his
side.
peers from school doing that, though.
Oh, my God.
I was wondering why Tennessee never called me with a scholarship offer.
Yeah, Tasha said a slider that didn't slide. LOL. Vandy Man AD2. I bet Zeph Dog made some great sliders at the barrel, though.
Yeah. Better than the one I threw on the mound, so.
Great job, Zephyr.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, man.
That was good.
Holly said you're right where you're supposed to be, Zeph.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was looking for that. I forgot about that one.
It's not even, it's like, I thought it would be like an embarrassing story, but it's like not. Cause
no, dude.
It's funny. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah,
and the fact that I have a video of it.
Dude, if you pitch,
that makes it even better.
If you pitch at all, you're going to give one up. I mean.
Yeah, you can be like Gage Wood gave up nothing.
Nothing.
But me and my first relief. Just cool.
Was that the first pitch you threw in high school?
No, it wasn't the first pitch.
Okay.
No.
That would have been even better.
First your senior year, though, huh?
Yeah, that was my first, senior year.
That's what makes it great. That was a great one right there.
Listen, man. What did I tell you a long time ago, Slade, when you started this? Either be great or awful.
Yes.
Oh, when you were getting ready to throw your first pitch.
Yep.
Either be great or awful.
Oh, I knew I wasn't going to do anything in high school. Like, I'm going to be honest. I played on JV as long as I could. I played JV my junior year. I split time.
And they said, "Nah, hey man, come on, dude. You got a mustache and everything. You got to come up to varsity."
Yeah, senior year, they were like, "Yeah, you got to come up to varsity."
You couldn't? Did you try your senior year?
No, I didn't try.
Okay.
They my coach was like, "You want to come up?" sit on the bench, maybe pitch a couple relief innings. I was like, sure. And I pitched a couple relief innings. Gave up a home run.
I mean, be spectacular or be awful. PFF ranked the best pass catching duos in the NFL. Number 1, Bengals, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. That makes sense, right? Number 2, Eagles, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown.
Give me one more time.
Eagles are number 2, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown. Let me give you a few. I'll give you the top 5, and then we can go back and see. Texans, C.J. Stroud, and Nico Collins.
That's 3.
That's number 3. Remember, Nico got hurt, and so a lot of people forget about how good that dude is, but he is legit good. Commanders, Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin. Scary Terry. He had a huge year. What do you have, 10 touchdown receptions? Something like that? Tampa Bay, number 5, Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans.
Okay, so it's one that's not being mentioned.
It's the Vikings because Sam Darnold's not there anymore.
I don't care. Jefferson and anybody.
Right?
Should be you feeling your quarterback of choice. Come on, man. J.J. McCarthy and Jefferson supposed to be on that. We don't even know what J.J. McCarthy going to be.
Where are the Titans? I've got that for you next. 615-737-1045. Also, Titans head coach Brian Callahan said some stuff about Tony Pollard and Tyjae Spears. Can they get more out of them this season? We'll talk about it next. If you want in, 615-737-1045. Y'all ever get a home run like that? That sounded like that? That crack of the bat. That was something, man. That was like a Hall of Fame crack of the bat. I wonder where that guy is. Is he in the minors somewhere?
I doubt it. We were playing the stiffest competition over at Central Magnet.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that was a big dude, though.
Yes, he was.
You're 130 now. What were you then?
I was probably the same. I really haven't. I've been the same since about my junior year.
Damn, that's a hell of a life.
That dude is way more than 130.
I wish I could be 130 for life. Like, you can do anything.
We will when we come back. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Got to Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle. If you've been thinking about it for a while, now is the time to go see Daniel Gupton and his crew. Just let them know what you're looking for, whether you need more space, maybe you need a third row, maybe you need less space, maybe you need better gas mileage, maybe you need something a little bit cheaper month to month. Whatever your needs are, just let them know. They will point you in the right direction. You will take your test drive, go inside. They will help make the numbers work, and it will be that easy. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Best vehicle buying experience you will have ever had. I've bought multiple vehicles from these guys. They're awesome people, and they will help you out. 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee. Again, about 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Check them out online, GuptonMotors.com. All of the inventory is there. If you're looking for a new vehicle, the inventory is right there. If you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle, tremendous selection of pre-owned rides there. Car, truck, SUV, Jeep, whatever you need, Sprinter van, whatever you're looking for, they'll be able to help you out, and you can check them out online, GuptonMotors.com. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. 3HL 1045 The Zone. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
DHB. Did Zeph have any good games in high school?
Nope. I'd have to play more than I did to have a good game.
What makes all this great for me, Zeph, is the way you own it. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I'm all here for that, dog.
Yeah.
The ownership of it is
That's right.
excellent.
Vandy Chris 24, I didn't even notice this, but Vandy Chris 24 said the person that starts laughing immediately after the ball is hit is better than the oh my God guy. Can you play it one more time? I miss the guy laughing.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
Zeph also said, I was there for the love of the game, not the success.
I love it, though.
Hell yeah, Zeph.
Savage said the camaraderie.
Ramon Foster in the chat. What up, Savage?
All right, here it is. Ready?
Yep.
Do this, I laugh. Do this, I laugh. Hey, man, people are low down, man. These our peers, y'all.
And she's sitting on your side.
Like, come on, y'all. What are we doing?
Just 17-year-old me, just trying to have fun, playing the game I love.
Playing the game I love. That's
You're like the skinny dude in Dazed and Confused out there pitching.
Oh, that's awesome.
The other part of that was like, I know you guys can't see the video, but like that ball was tanked, and it wasn't a moonshot. It was like Zeph described. It was like 12 feet off the ground the whole way. And for a ball that's not hit higher than that to get out, you know it's smoked.
Yeah, they let it
Especially in high school.
They let it rip.
Smoke or you get smoked. Oh. Blake Neely on YouTube. Brent to end the segment. Where are the Titans? That is such a heavy question. We've been asking that for years. I mean, really, it goes back to the playoff game against Cincinnati, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. The first play.
They sacked that man 9 times in that game. And still lost.
I don't know what else you couldn't have planned anything else. Like, that was it. This is it, y'all.
The defensive players had to be like, oh my gosh, stop throwing interceptions, please.
We'll be okay. We do it first play of the game.
Zeph is responding to people as 1045 The Zone now on YouTube. I want to play some rec softball, but I don't have the time, LOL.
I love that, Zeph.
I also can't hit. That's why I was in the bullpen, because I cannot hit. I was much better in the field.
PO, baby. Pitcher only.
Yeah, I wasn't great at that either. Not really.
At least they let you play, dude.
That's true. Very little, but I was out there.
This was Central Magnet?
Central Magnet.
Were you guys good at baseball?
No.
No.
So not only did you not play,
like,
you did not play for a bad team.
Like, we weren't bad. Like, we weren't like we lost every game, but like we were average.
It just wasn't good.
Okay.
We just weren't good, yeah.
Okay.
By the way, quick update. Babs just asked for an NBA bet for tonight. They're going to go to the sports book. So Slay responded, "Are you looking for a parlay?"
That's what it sounded like.
Kind of did sound like that. All she does is laugh at the parlay. And now she wants a parlay.
That's all I'm saying, yo. It's a big joke.
Until it's not.
Yeah, it's a big joke till we got to get some money. And guess who y'all call on? Big Slay. And I come through and answer every time. So I got, what I got right now? What kind of parlay I got right now? I got 6 leg, and then I got 4 separate straight bets.
Look at you. I'm proud of you.
Hey, man, the straight bets are bad boys. I'm going to be real with them. Straight bets, y'all all right.
What? I've been telling you for forever.
It's crazy. It's crazy how long,
What sold you on it finally?
I won.
You just did it once. And I think what it was you had those 2 that went 4 and 2. Mm-hmm. And I was like, if you'd have bet all of those single, you would have made money. Because I did.
You did.
I bet them all single.
And I was tired of you winning with the bets and me just sitting on the side.
Me winning with your bets and you not winning.
Like, this is what I got.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right, does it?
No, it did not. What Babsy say?
She say something?
Law, no parlay. No, Babsy. Well, you only get one option. Is it parlay or no?
She can you can give her the parlay, and then
she just got to take a single bet. Yeah,
do what she wants.
Exactly.
Travis will do what he wants.
Yeah,
that's what
I'm sending it to her now. Travis gonna love this.
Ohtani. Speaking of baseball, Ohtani making his first start as a pitcher tonight for the Dodgers.
Really? Go, Ohtani. He's back in the saddle, baby.
Back in the saddle again.
Yeah, the Dodgers have a couple pitchers that are having some arm issues.
So what, dude? Like,
they like to run their pitchers into the dirt, seems like.
Are we reaching a point where Ohtani needs to shut it down in terms of pitching?
Let him. He needs to get back.
Like Babe Ruth?
He needs to get back to where he can play both. But if he has another major injury like he's had now the last 2 years, I think he's had now the last 2 years, he's had a major injury with his arm. Yes. Because especially if you want to extend that career. Because your arm only can take so many injuries.
That's right. 615-737-1045. Scotty in Gallatin. Scotty, what up?
Scotty.
Hey, I was Slade. He's getting ready to go, I think, knee replacement, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, Scotty.
Next
Talk to me,
Friday.
brother.
Next Friday.
I had mine on the 27th of last month.
Oh,
10 days was good. I was off the opioids. Ice is going to be your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And you have been, you're an athlete. I'm 57. But, it's going to make, you're not ever going to be in the pain you were in.
That right there is beautiful.
I felt like there was a butt coming.
Nah, ain't no but.
No butt, Scotty?
Say that again?
It felt like there was a butt coming. Like you're not going to be in that awful pain anymore, but it felt like you were about to say.
Nothing but ice to not be on the opioids.
You said do not be on the opioids. Do not be on.
Hooked on that.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, Scotty. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
But that's the energy I'm looking for. I was referred to call Eddie George too and see, what his thoughts were. Eddie,
he had a replacement?
a replacement.
He had both?
Both, same day.
Oh. Whoa.
Dog. My other guy, Corey Alexander, did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Both the same day. He said, man, I regret doing both on the same day, but
get it over with.
Dr. Rob said, you know what the best thing about getting both done was? It's only one rehab. I said, boy, you sure know how to spin it. You sure know how to spin it the right way.
Well, and you can't drive anyway.
Right. So you get it out of the way. But Corey Alexander was telling me when I went up, well, I think that was in October, he was like, man, dude, I shouldn't have did it at the same time. Like, I couldn't move. So
I was going to say, then you get in the, it's almost July 4th, so when you do fireworks, you get into the wheelchair like Terry. Put it in reverse.
Terry better go out. Terry couldn't go nowhere. I got to get out of there.
Oh, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry.
Terry couldn't go nowhere. He just sit there.
Oh, man.
Stay off the everybody keeps saying stay out. Dude, what y'all think I'm finna get on the opioids and just going crazy? Now, I'm going to be on the opioids about 2 days, though. Because listen.
That's a hell of an announcement.
What is it, green tea?
What?
Daniel Craig. Oh, Daniel Craig. Okay, got you. But this is the thing, man. The meds and everything, I'm just happy to be on the road to recovery.
I just read what Daniel.
Yeah, that's why I just left it alone.
Green tea.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
PFF ranked the best pass-catching duos in the NFL.
Who the Titans got?
Number 1, Bengals, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. Number 2, Eagles, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown. Number 3, Texans, C.J. Stroud, Nico Collins.
Do you agree with those first three?
I don't know what I was like you. I was like, where's Joseph Jefferson? He played football at Logan County High School in Kentucky. Anyway.
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I was like, where is he? But I didn't even go far enough to see. Number 4, Commanders. Yeah, that's right. Jaden Daniels and Scary Terry. Number 5, Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans. I might have put them a little higher. Mike Evans been doing it well.
Year in and year out.
Yeah. Number 28, the Tennessee Titans.
28.
Cam Ward and Calvin Ridley.
Real quick, before you go into depth on that, how many teams are
funny that you knew
how many teams are in the NFL?
32.
And the Titans are 28.
28.
You might as well.
You want to go with the teams who are behind them before you read why?
If you have them, because I didn't write them down.
Let me take a guess.
Hold on, let me pull the tweet up so I can get you proper information here.
Okay, because I want to take a guess. I want to take a stab at this one.
It's funny coming off the heels of the OJ discussion like an hour ago.
If I knew anybody would pick up on that.
Did he say that in the documentary?
Go ahead. There are 4 teams.
As well.
There are 4 teams behind the Tennessee Titans Who do you think they are, Slay?
One.
Okay.
The Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland
Correct.
Browns.
Okay.
All right,
Correct.
they're behind it. Where are the Cleveland Browns?
They're
32?
31.
I don't have the right order, but I just
Okay.
know who the 4 behind.
Last should be
Well, he doesn't know.
Last should be the New York Giants.
Wrong.
What?
Malik Neighbors and Russell Wilson are not behind them.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Russell's there. That's my bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me reset. Carolina Panthers.
The Carolina Panthers are not behind them.
What? Arizona Cardinals.
The
No.
Arizona Cardinals have Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah,
No,
Kyler
they're not
Murray,
behind
man.
them.
But they got a guy that plays video games all the time.
Yeah, not behind them.
Okay. Not the Rams. Not
How about the
Raiders.
Patriots?
Nope, not the Patriots. Okay, I've got the order now.
No, we don't want. Well, no, let somebody
Okay,
else take a
the
stab.
Cleveland Browns were 30th. If that helps.
Why you got to keep taking a stab at it?
Okay, I'll give you a hint. Someone in the division
Colts.
at 29.
I knew it.
And guess what?
trash.
They have Michael. They don't even have Michael Pittman. They have Josh Downs as the.
Wow.
They have Anthony Richardson and Josh Downs.
Oh, Larry H2O's got to go in. Saints.
Correct. 31. Tyler Shuck and Chris Olave.
So we're missing one. The
Good
last
job,
one.
Harold. He also said Saints.
Now
go,
this
Harold.
one is not updated, so this one probably needs to change because there's a certain player in the duo that just got added.
Pittsburgh.
Ding, ding, ding. It says Mason Rudolph and DK Metcalf, but Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf,
Yeah,
that probably
that's gonna be
shoots
a
them.
little-
up.
That'll change.
So that's
So that
going to
means-
drop.
So the
the
Titans will be
Titans are gonna
30th
drop.
or
Yep.
29th. They'll be 29. So you did pretty good with that.
I'm telling you, it's
Yeah,
bad
you
teams
only
out
missed a
there.
couple teams.
I know all the bad teams. When your team's bad, you start to look around and see who else is in the boat with you. You know what I mean? So I'm familiar with all bad teams.
Is Stephon Diggs in that boat?
Yeah, the tough part would be asking me, like, who's the best team in
Okay,
the NFL?
so you
I ain't
were-
got a clue.
You were close with the Giants. They were 27th, one ahead. The Patriots were 26th.
He also said Panthers. Where are the Panthers?
The Panthers are 25th.
See, listen, we
you were
dying-
right there.
We dying in the
You
same
know
room.
who's in the boat. I love it. Where's
me,
that
dog.
boat going? That's the
No,
thing. Is it going?
absolutely nowhere.
Is it going in circles?
No, it's sitting there. That's what I'm
It's
telling you.
just sitting there.
It's sitting there. They extracted our paddles where we can't do anything.
Extracted.
Yeah, like
You want to
so-
know where Justin Jefferson is?
Yeah,
19th
That's
with
bogus.
J.J. McCarthy.
That's bogus.
that's on.
That's
McCarthy.
who's better than him?
Well, Josh Allen and Khalil Shakir.
Boo,
Listen.
wrong.
I would take Zeph's pitch to that guy that tanked it to Joseph Jefferson.
Dude,
Jefferson.
So,
again.
well,
you said the Cardinals? The Cardinals have Trey McBride. They don't have Marvin Harrison Jr. They have their tight end, Trey McBride, who's a dog. He's really
Yeah,
good.
he
He
is.
is a
He is. But come on, though.
And then like the
Well, the Raiders. Who they put with Brock Bowers?
they put Geno and Brock Bowers.
About mid league, right?
What
Yeah,
number
they were.
were they?
Yeah, they were.
About mid.
They were about there.
Dude, Jefferson should be way before them.
They were 20th. So Raiders were 20th with Geno and Brock Bowers, right behind Justin Jefferson and
That's a
McCarthy.
bogus list right there,
So
bro.
Joseph Jefferson played for Logan County High School in Kentucky, and
Justin Jefferson.
Joseph Jefferson, the guy I keep
okay,
saying,
okay.
the person that we don't.
he's a running back. He played at
Oh, okay.
Logan County High School. He ended up, I think he played at Kentucky, either Kentucky or Louisville. I think it was Kentucky. And I better get that one right? And then he ended up in the Indianapolis Colts. Dude ended up in the NFL.
Is that now?
No, it was a while ago. Me and Mickey covered him. Remember when I told you I did an internship at the TV station,
Yeah.
WBKO in Bowling Green with Mickey Ryan, and Mickey drove 100,000 miles an hour all over South Central Kentucky, and we went to Logan County High School and saw that guy.
Man, I got a confession.
Uh-oh.
Damn, man. Y'all want to talk about feeling dumb?
I feel that way every day.
Nah, you're.
Not like this.
Nah, this was dumb. This was dumb, man. And this, I blame it on.
The
I blame
rain?
it on. Nah.
Can I read about the Titans before you go to
Okay,
This
go
Is
ahead.
Dumb?
Go, yeah, because I can announce this later.
Let me wrap this, and then we can go to This Is Dumb.
Now I can keep that in the next segment.
Okay.
It's dumb though. I'm ashamed of myself.
It goes like on the record books, Dumb?
Yeah, a little
Like we
bit.
all have like the person record book when we
Yeah.
die?
I don't know because I don't know who else ain't thought like this.
Okay.
I'm dumb. That's bad.
All right, number 28, Titans, PFF ranking the best pass-catching duos in the NFL. Number 28, the Titans. Cam Ward, Calvin Ridley. Ward's 92.9 PFF passer grade in 2024 was a big reason why the Titans drafted him number 1 overall. But Calvin Ridley has not earned a PFF receiving grade above 80 since 2020. Ridley will be target number 1. Last year, Ridley had 64 receptions on 120 targets. They need to get that
up.
They need to get the receptions to targets better. Percentage better.
That's only half. I'm like, whoa.
Now, how much of that was Will Levis missing him? How much of it was he did have some drops.
Yes, he did. But you better believe that other part you just said.
Don't let go of that one.
No, please don't.
Okay, 64 receptions, 1,017 yards, and 4 touchdowns. In 6 seasons, Ridley only had 1 year with more receiving yards in a season than he had last year. That was in 2020. So we'll see.
Was that Trevor Lawrence? No.
No, it was the previous stop.
Atlanta.
He came from Atlanta. Yeah.
Speaking of Atlanta, guess where they are on the list with Michael Penix and Drake London.
Number 10.
Ding, ding, ding. Number 10.
Michael Penix, number 10 on that list.
And Drake London at number 10.
Ain't even played.
Number 10.
There's no way you're taking Drake London over Justin Jefferson against anybody.
They're basically saying Michael Penix better than J.J. McCarthy there.
Yeah, but then they also say
better, good, so much better that it makes Drake London better than Justin Jefferson.
That's right.
Thank you.
Well put. Good job.
That ain't flying.
All right, when we come back.
Hey man,
Slay.
I'm telling you,
you did or said or thought something dumb?
I thought something, and I found out that I wasn't right. But I almost was teetering on arguing it. I was right there teetering, and then when I found out, it just lets me know. I want to say this.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, but you got to get out of your Tennessee cubbyhole. You got to get out of your little Tennessee. It's not all about, and I'm not talking about University of Tennessee. I'm talking about the state of Tennessee. Everything doesn't revolve around the state of Tennessee, Slay. This is a conversation I have with myself.
In the boo-boo room?
Yeah, I'm dumb. I was dumb on this.
Okay. Slay's got that for you next.
Shame on me.
615-737-1045. United Structural Systems. You guys need to know these guys because they are there for you with foundation repair issues, with waterproofing issues. They will help you out. United Structural Systems is a foundation repair and waterproofing company that has served the Middle Tennessee area since 1994. And when USS comes out to your home, you are getting problem solvers who provide peace of mind to their customers, the homeowner. You're not getting someone who is worried about meeting a sales quota or upselling the next big thing, but someone there to educate you and help you understand what's happening with your home. At USS, their only measure of success is how satisfied the homeowner is, not a closing ratio. This attitude and culture is the reason they keep employees year after year. From project managers to customer service to production, some have even been at USS for more than 25 years. More than 30,000, 100%. Satisfied residential customers at USS with foundation repair needs, waterproofing needs, whatever your needs are, USS will help you out. Homeowners trust USS keeping homes dry and stable. We guarantee our best. Call USS 615-488-7855. USS serving Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, and Western Kentucky online at USSTN.com.
What's happening, good people? Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. They are the heating and cooling company that can take care of all your HVAC needs. No need to be sitting in the house sweating. Now you can control it. Yeah, get your units checked on, man, and don't be sitting in the sweltering heat when you don't have to. I'm telling you right now, man, the units they cut on and you think they're not working, well, they got a person that can come out and fix that. Matter of fact, they get free service calls with their repairs, plus low monthly payments on those repairs. Now, understand you can get your 21-point tune-up for $69, so don't wait until the peak of summer to even get it looked at. Get it looked at right now, because we're in it. Call another company about your unit and not sure if you agree. Spring Hill also gives free second opinions. This is a family-oriented business, people. Family-owned and operated, so why wouldn't you dive in? Kevin and the fam opened the doors back in 2011, and the whole family's running it. And if you need a new unit, they got you covered, too. Get up to 60 months, no interest, financed with approved credit. This is SpringHillAC.com, people. SpringHillAC.com. Welcome back in to 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone, man. It is a beautiful Monday out here. And I know a lot of y'all are tuned in trying to figure out, man, why is Slay calling himself dumb? Like, people make mistakes all the time, but it's about owning the mistake. See, like Zephyr just talked about him throwing a slider that didn't slide. I get that. I know what you're saying, Zeph. I understand totally. And you owned it. You said, you know what? Listen, I knew I wasn't going to really just be nothing. But I love being out there with the team. This is the sport I love. So, you know, I went in there and I gave them everything I had at the time. Just wasn't enough.
That's what I tried. That's what I tried to do.
I can get that, Zeph. So for this segment, I don't know, Zeph, do we need to start a Monday segment of That Was So Dumb, but maybe we can put something together. Do you have a drop for this to let everybody know how I feel about myself?
That is so dumb.
Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. So, this is how this comes about.
Sorry about my delay.
Oh, no need. Nobody even knows.
Oh, well, there was a delay in me being back here.
Okay, so this is the thing, man. I'm talking about Eddie George coming out the doctor's office.
Oh, okay. Because you also talked about him on the show today.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what jogged my memory right there.
Oh.
About how dumb I was.
Okay.
And listen, y'all, it's about acceptance. To be able to grow smarter and grow, you got to understand what your pitfalls were. This was my pitfall. And I blame it on the state of Tennessee, though, because I'm so Tennessee everything. Like, I really mean it when I want our whole state to do good.
Yeah.
And I've been on every part of the state growing up, so the Tennessee mutt. So, listen, I think a lot of things revolve around us. Someone asked me, so what is Eddie George doing now? I said, you know what? He coaching. He just took a new gig at Bowling Green.
Yeah.
Like, getting down, you know what I'm saying? Moved up. Used TSU, got some wins there, you know what I mean? Took them to another level, got them to the playoffs and advanced and, had another opportunity to go and get another job. And the person asked me, shout out to Coach Pillow, Shalom Pillow, former Lady Vol. I'm sitting there talking to her, and she was like, darn, that's what's up. He's at Bowling Green State. I'm like, yeah, Bowling Green State University. She said, Bowling Green up in Ohio? I said, no, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Like, what are you talking about? Like, and I was on the verge of arguing, and I said, you know what? Before I started arguing,
you were going to argue that it was Bowling Green, Kentucky.
So I went to my phone and said, you know what? Let me look this up, and I couldn't find Bowling Green State University in Kentucky. So
there's a reason for that.
It's a reason for it. So I went to Bowling Green State University IG page where a picture of Eddie George was, and I looked on it and I was like, this school is in Ohio, Bowling Green, Ohio. Yes, it is. Don't you know you're all the way from the year of June 29th, 1981 to June 16th, 2025. No one could have told me Bowling Green State University is not in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So I could have gone as far.
To be fair, though, I think a lot of people have probably made that mistake.
Yes, yeah,
man.
I have definitely made that mistake.
But how long ago?
I don't.
Since you've been doing sports. This is what I'm telling. Like this is a living.
Plus, Eddie George has had that job for several months now.
Exactly. But I'm thinking it's okay. So let me bring you into my mind.
You thought he was in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Let me tell you why I think everything revolves around Tennessee.
Okay.
When it comes to hooping. There was no one colder than Memphis. Nashville had a grind with Memphis because Memphis was the epitome of hoops when I'm growing up. So if you can go down to Memphis and beat them in hoops, man, you got something. You know what I mean? It's Penny Hardaway. Like, we know all the legends that come from there. But that's where we rank ourselves. So when I go to an AAU tournament in Charlotte, where there's plenty of history of basketball in North Carolina, that doesn't even matter to me. Go to the East Coast in New Jersey, I'm like, dog, I'm from Tennessee. I done played against cats from Memphis. Y'all ain't nothing. You know what I mean? This is my, I'm telling y'all the way I think about the state of Tennessee. I'm telling you, football.
But where does that leave you with Bowling Green?
I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
Football is the same way, y'all. Like, I grew up with a guy named Big John Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the biggest baddest on the field. I've seen him train, seen him go through it. I know what we got. From West Tennessee to East Tennessee. Dogs. In football, I understand Georgia. Now, they may be faster in Texas, a couple of them faster in Florida, but when pure dogs, like, we went to FCA camp. Alex Brown, who's a legend for the Florida Gators.
Such a good boy.
Man, we was up there against them in North Carolina at the FCA camp. Man, we had people sending them to the mortuary. To the infirmary. They was sending them to the infirmary. Alex Brown was one of them.
I like the mortuary better.
No, dude, like, we were putting people out of commission You know what I mean? Shout out to Pearl Cone Firebirds. We represented.
Did
So
you take a stab at him?
I'm thinking, I ain't need to. I was on the basketball court handling my business. I let Gates and all Carlos Walkers, all them handle it. So T. Hodge, all them. But this is what I'm telling you. So that's another part. Dog. Eddie George was with the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, you're right. You can argue that one.
He went to Tennessee State University to start his coaching career.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, who's watching Tennessee State University?
People just 45 minutes north of here.
Bowling Green.
That made a lot of sense
It's
in your
gotta be
head.
so close.
That made a lot of sense in your head.
It's listen. Why wouldn't he take this job, y'all? It's right down the street. He ain't got to
He
move
didn't
his
move.
family. Like, dude, he just actually drives to work every day.
You have
It's
yourself
cool.
convinced.
Like, it was done.
Yeah.
Dog, when I looked on there and that mug said, man, he is in the state of Ohio, I was like, that makes even more sense because he went to Ohio State. Like, it's right down the street. Like, this is, I say all that to say, Zeph, you can play the little drop right now.
That is so dumb.
Yeah, that is so dumb, man. I had a
At least you found out before you argued it, though.
yeah, but I
You know?
but what a, like your
Plus, I know a lot of people make that mistake. Has
not
to
like
be.
not if they cover sports
Here's another
daily. Your
When we had your cousin on, your nephew on the show, and he said he was going to Georgetown, in my head, I wondered if it was Georgetown, Kentucky,
okay.
because that's a lower level school. I didn't know
I
if
can
they were
see that.
great at
Yeah, I
soccer,
can
but
see
he's
that.
actually going to Georgetown in D.C.
but they're really good at soccer.
So I wonder if people have
Look at
something.
Savage he's just so tickled in the chat.
I wonder if, yeah, he is. But he also said that he has seen many people do that, make that mistake. I wonder if everybody's got a mistake that they've made like that they have like oh my goodness, I can't believe I thought that for all these years. Everybody's got one.
I have
you know what
mine
mine was?
What?
I thought the Chicago Bears uniform scheme was black
Oh, instead of navy blue?
instead of navy blue until like a couple of years ago. A couple of years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When I mentioned that on the show and everybody's
Yeah.
like, dude, it's navy blue. What are you talking about?
You're convinced yourself too.
Yeah, I thought they were black. So when I was a kid and I used to draw scribble like football helmets and stuff, I would make their helmet black.
Yeah. Hey, dang, you just
That was
created your
mine.
own team.
That was mine.
That's cool.
Everybody's got something.
Zeph, do you got a moment like that?
Let me think, and I'll tell you when we come back because we got to go break. I got to think.
That's an early break.
No, it's 54.
I thought 55 was our break.
No, 53 is our break.
Really? Yeah. That's dumb too. There you go.
Our program director listening right now going, oh my God, no wonder these guys never break on time. This conversation right now.
Didn't they ask if you knew the breaks when you hosted with Ramon?
Yes. And I did. I thought.
You lied.
No, I had to ask Paul what the break time was.
You lied, Slick.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so we've got that. Something dumb that you realize, and you're like, I can't believe I thought that for all these years. 615-737-1045. Also, Titans head coach Brian Callahan talked about the running backs, Tony Pollard and Tyjae Spears. Can they get more out of those guys? I've got their numbers for you, and we'll try to figure out ways that they can get those guys more involved with the rookie quarterback. We'll do all that next. 3HL 1045 this home.
All right, y'all. It's Brentwood Jewelry time. BrentwoodJewelry.com. They had some love out there for you for Father's Day. I don't know if you went over there and got it. I didn't get no Rolex. I'm just saying, but they do have them. I know you're probably thinking, like, is Slate lying about that? Because I don't see them with one on. Now, all you got to do is go in 7012 Church Street East, located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road, and check them out. I promise you, they are in there. Not only do they have the best selections, but they got the go-to spot, like I said, for pre-owned Rolex, vintage or current model. So own a fine pre-owned Rolex for a fraction of the cost. Every watch has been meticulously serviced to ensure highest level of performance, and is presented with a 2-year warranty. So you got engagements that you may need to get covered. All of these things can happen right there. It's for over 50 years, Brentwood Jewelry has probably been serving the community. So with exceptional style, with exceptional deals, every single day has been happening for over 50 years. Why would it stop now? Get to BrentwoodJewelry.com.
Good evening. It's 5:02. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone studio. In College World Series news today, Arkansas right-hander Gage Wood threw the third no-hitter in the College World Series history and the first since 1960 in a 3-0 win over Murray State in an elimination game. Wood was just an eighth-inning hit-by-pitch away from throwing a perfect game, although he did have 19 strikeouts, which was a high for a College World Series game in 9 innings. In Tennessee sports news today, ball baseball lefty reliever Dylan Loy headed to the transfer portal. It was announced today. Loy made 33 appearances with the Vols in 2025, notching 4 wins, 2 saves, and a 3.97 ERA. And the NBA Finals moved back to Oklahoma City for Game 5 tonight as the Pacers and Thunder are all tied up at 2 games apiece. Tip-off is at 7:30 on ABC. For your foundation repair and whatever needs you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three HL 104.5 The Zone. Parsley coming up.
Yeah, buddy.
Slay Dog is here, y'all.
I'm in the building. Bowding. And I listen, I'm still the pirate, but the pirate has his day.
Every pirate has his day.
Every pirate has his day. And I shall
Next
have
Friday,
mine.
baby.
Yes.
Next Friday.
That made it sound better because for some reason I was thinking.
It was 3 weeks almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, You're less than 2 weeks away, man.
Man. Y'all ready?
A week from Friday.
So this is my question, Euro, before we get into stuff.
What are we getting into?
So do I video my process?
Oh, my goodness. You videoing on medical drugs would be like people do that, you know, and then they have to come back and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, y'all."
Yeah, see, I don't think I'm gonna go live. I don't think I'm gonna go live, but I do remember. Let me just say this: when I got my wisdom teeth taken out, so there were TVs in the room, and I know I had them dying. I wish I could go back up there and talk to them. But so I said I was gonna try to beat the drugs, the anesthesia. So I beat it the first time. So they told me to count down from 10. I made it all the way to 1. You know what I mean? It was cool. I was still able to fight it. But all I remember, it was TVs in the room where they were going to operate. So I remember telling them, hey, man, y'all need to put some sports on these TVs. I'm a sports talk sports talk show host.
Okay.
Y'all need to put some sports on these TVs. So
that's what you wanted.
They went and got the doctor. And Doc brought the doctor back. And the doctor came in and said, oh, we need a little bit more, huh? I said, yes, right, Doc. I need a little bit more. So the doc said, all right, y'all, let's take him up a little bit, put some more in my IV.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, count back from 10. I said, when y'all put some sports on these TVs.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yes, I did. And I said, all right.
It was a negotiation.
Yeah. I said, all right, I'll do it. So I got to 7 and then I was out. But
you got to 7.
Yeah. Hey, dude, I remember saying that I'm going to fight the anesthesia. I fought it, dog. I fought the good fight.
And the anesthesia won.
Yeah, dog. They had to come back and give me some more. That little bit they gave me wasn't going to work.
Okay.
Yeah, that was fun.
So Slay's told a story, and I think that every one of y'all can relate to this because I did, and I gave mine. But something that you have thought your entire life that turns out to be wrong.
No, dead wrong. Not just wrong.
So Slay thought Bowling Green, where Eddie George went to coach, is in Bowling Green, Kentucky. It's in Ohio. Slay, I'm with you. I could have swore BG was in Kentucky. Harold says, weird thing is Western Kentucky's in Bowling Green. I definitely merged the two, he said. Holly, I made the same mistake. Totally thought Bowling Green State was in Kentucky. Scoop, till you said something, Slay, I thought the same thing. Learn something new every day.
Good, man.
I told
y'all.
you lots of people thought that.
Everybody in the dum-dum boat today.
Yeah, so then mine was, until like 2 years ago, I thought the Chicago Bears were black. And I said that on the show, and like a million people were like, dude, it's navy blue. What's wrong with you? So Vandy Chris said, wait, what? Navy blue. I'm going on 57 years old. Did not know until today that Chicago wasn't black and orange.
Yeah, it's rough out here, y'all. This life we lead, man, it's a rough life in sports.
Everybody's got something, man. Will Anderson said, I bet a bartender once $50 that Matt Ryan went to LSU. Wrong, Ryan.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm telling you, man, be careful before you jump out there and start arguing things, man, that you think you know.
Zeph, his first appearance in high school came as a senior on the mound in relief, and he gave up a 2-run homer. And Jim freaking Nance is going back to that because he played the audio. Number one, the crack of the bat is the loudest crack of the bat I've ever heard in my life. Number two, immediately somebody goes, oh, my God. And then right on top of that, somebody's laughing. Yeah. And this is – Alyssa took the video in your section, like your school section.
Yes.
And then somebody said, what was the last thing that was said?
Get out of here, ball.
Get out of here, ball.
So Jim freaking Ann says the last thing you want to hear after throwing a pitch is, oh, my God.
Yeah. Look, Kev Lowe, man. I'm telling you, man.
Kev Lowe said, wow, Slay, me too. 615-737-1045. Baker in Kentucky. Baker, what's up?
Hey, fellas.
What up?
So I had a lovely family come in from Lexington, Tennessee one day into my state welcome center there on I-65 north of the Tennessee-Kentucky line. Dressed and ready for their Bowling Green State ball game to watch their nephew play first time ever.
Oh, no.
And I said, yeah, great. What time's kickoff? 12 noon. This is 10 a.m.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, guys, y'all think it's in Bowling Green, Kentucky, right? And they're like, yeah, almost there. I'm like, yeah, you're so far off. I hated to be the one to tell them, but I did.
Well, I'm glad you did.
Oh, man. See, that's what I'm saying, dog.
I mean, they were never going to make it to Ohio in time, right? Like, so they just turn around and go back, I guess. Also, it's funny that it was Lexington, Tennessee that they were from.
Oh, I'm telling you, man. Like,
thank you, Baker.
Man, appreciate that, Baker. Listen, I'm so engulfed in the state of Tennessee. That's what I'm blaming it on. I've never, ever even heard or thought about Bowling Green being somewhere else. You know how you ride through Georgia or Alabama or some of these states, even in Tennessee, and you see some of these cities with names, you're like, dang, I didn't know we had one of them. Philadelphia,
Mississippi.
Yeah, I'm like
Knoxville, Mississippi. Houston, Mississippi. You go to Baton Rouge and you drive, you will pass all of those cities in Mississippi.
Yes. But this is the thing, y'all. You like, man, you know what? All right, I can understand that. Down here in the South, it's like that. You know, a lot of copycatting going on.
A lot of copycat.
I never, ever thought another Bowling Green. A 2-name place? Come on, man.
Why is it not Bowling Red?
Why it ain't Bowling?
Bowling Blue.
Why it ain't Green? Green, Ohio. Like, why do you got to go and take somebody else's name?
Which one was
put
first?
It way up there? That's the
Which
other
one was first?
See what I'm saying?
All right, Seth, we got to figure this out. Bowling Green, Kentucky, or Bowling Green, Ohio?
I'm putting it down. I'm Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Also, the other thing is, I'm not sure Bowling Green State University is in Bowling Green, Ohio. Is that where it is?
No, I think it is.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so write this down because I'll have to go search something else. So Bowling Green State University, 1910, September 27th of 1910, 114
What town
years
is it
ago.
in?
It is in... Wow, it doesn't. Where's this at?
Bowling Green State University?
It's in Bowling Green, Ohio.
Okay,
Yeah,
so Bowling Green, Ohio was founded when? Not the university, but the city.
Okay, Bowling Green, Ohio.
That's what we need to find out here.
Okay, I'm going to find out the other one.
While we're looking, let's go to Greg in Hendersonville because this is very important. 1833. All right, now look up Bowling Green, Kentucky.
That's what I'm looking up.
Greg, what's up?
Slay dog. I'm going to make it quick. A hitter on your knee replacement.
Yeah.
I had double knee replacement. I played basketball, baseball my whole life. Played at Aquinas, Quebec. Played with the Word Brothers and Corey Allen and Charles Davis.
Yeah, the legends.
Game on. So I'd love to hear y'all talk to Charles Davis. I don't know what he's up to. But
listen.
Back when he was with the Milwaukee Bucks, his rookie year, Drew Matt's dad brought him up with Ron Mercer, and we used to hoop in Hendersonville by the McDonald's until the knuckleheads found out about it and started fouling everybody. And it was like, all right, it's got to end.
Greg, let me tell you something, Greg. All them legends that you named, I've been trying to get them on the Boom Boom Room. Charles Davis is, He said he'll do it. I just got to narrow him down, man. He loves the golf. So I got to get that golf time.
I get it.
Yeah, I got to get that golf
time.
Yep.
No, he's going to coolest those ever, and my brother said UT. So check this out. I'm in 8th grade. I'm riding around back seat. I'm riding with Dale Ellis, and legends like that.
Wow.
I'm in 8th grade. I took the Greyhound bus up there. My brother played baseball. Anyway, to make a long story short, that oxycodone.
Yeah.
Unless you're a drug addict, dude, you're going to be locked up and not going to be able to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, I got to shake it down.
Unless you're a drug addict.
You're going to have to do some, like, crazy shaking down. I'm telling you, it hurt worse than the surgery. But once you wake up, they're going to get you up in, like, 20 minutes, and you're going to start walking.
I heard that, man. I heard that today.
Yeah, game on. And it's the best thing I ever did. I was, like, taking 3 steps to the bathroom and over and went 3 steps. Yeah, it's the best thing you're going to do, but do not get on the oxycodone. Okay. Trust me, it'll lock you up. All right. So anyway, what else was I going to tell you? I was going to tell y'all a bunch, but anyway, I'll let that go. Y'all have a good one, man.
I appreciate it, Greg.
615-737-1045. That oxycodone, unless you're a drug addict, it'll lock you up.
Hey, listen, that's all I ask for out here, y'all, is honesty. That's all. Listen, that's all I'm gonna give you. That's all I expect back, man. You give what you receive.
All right,
or
so
you receive what you give.
Yeah, something like
I was trying to think of my thing, and I know I've had one where like something.
Okay, here we go.
I can't think. I couldn't think one off the top of my head, so I texted Alyssa and I asked, "Hey, what's
she
something?"
knows all of yours.
And she said,
guarantee.
She said, "I don't know," but she's at work right now. She's probably preoccupied. Okay. But it did remind me of something, and it wasn't recently, but when I was in like middle school and like early high school, I didn't realize that LSU stood for Louisiana State University. I thought it was just LSU. I thought the school was just called LSU.
It didn't stand for anything?
Yeah. And so I found out, everybody was like, oh, yeah, Louisiana State. And I'm like, what's Louisiana State? Yeah. And I'm like, LSU. And I'm like, oh.
Like this.
Hey, that's cold-blooded.
LSU.
That's cold-blooded right there.
That is good.
Yeah.
I like
when
that.
was Bowling Green, Kentucky founded? Did y'all look it up?
1798.
Oh, Bowling Green, Kentucky
told you.
beat that ass.
I knew it. They wasn't doing them, but stealing up north.
Jesus. Like, that was funny.
Wasn't it? I'm telling you. So 1792, that means they were invented before.
1798? 1792.
90, dang, I was going to write it down. I looked it up. Then forgot to write it down. Man, here you go. Nope. Here it is. 1798.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They do nothing but steal.
The town was established by Robert Moore and his brothers. Dang. All right.
Robin Moore.
Robert Moore.
Oh, Robert Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, when we come back, we'll talk about the running back position. Can the Titans get more out of the running back position? No, we won't. We're going to talk to Chris Lowe when we come back. We'll talk about college sports. I do have something for him, though.
CeeLo?
I forget what it was, but I got something. Oh, odds to make the 2025 12-team playoff. I've got that.
I can't wait to ask.
Western Kentucky, by the way, 3.85% chance.
You got to ask CeeLo if he has one of those.
Yeah.
Dumb moments.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
CeeLo's too good again.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Man.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Zeph is comparing his dumb moment from high school to mine as a grown adult.
I'm sure I have one as an adult. I just can't think one off the top of my head. That was the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. And that's a good one because you can run with that one. But me as an adult,
well, me and the Bears, and I'm in sports talk radio.
That's bad, you right though. No, you in. I'm putting him out the boat, but you in there.
I'm in the boat.
You got your own. You might drive it.
I'm swimming. I'm chasing the boat behind you.
You're trying to think of it so you can get in the boat with him.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Chris Lowe next.
All right, y'all. It's time. Time for who? Bart Durham Injury Law. Now, you know, I tell you all the time, how life can change in an instant. And it's up to you to understand how you can get over that. Get through it. Not over it. Get through it. Because they ain't going to run from it. Car wreck throws off everything. Job, bills, peace of mind. And that's when you need them. Who? Bart Durham Injury Law. Now, Marine veteran Blair Durham, him and his team been fighting for folks in Tennessee for years, making sure insurance companies pay up. No upfront costs, no waiting around, just real people making sure you get what you deserve. So listen, accidents happen. That's what you got to understand. But it's not always your fault. And if it is your fault, still understand that you got a leg to stand on. Not like my knee. But if you've been injured, don't wait. Call Bart Durham Injury Law at 615-242-9000. Here 24/7 and ready to fight for you.
Dun, 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 dun. You need new doors and windows. Yes, you do. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. That's who you need to call. I did all the research for you because my rental property, the windows were collapsing in, and I had no choice but to put in new windows and doors. And so I went through every single company you could utilize here in Nashville, and out of all of them, Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville was my absolute favorite, and they have been phenomenal to work with. They did all of my windows and doors in my rental property. They did windows in my home because they were failing, and I just had them do 2 more doors in my home as well. You might be surprised to learn how affordable replacement windows are from Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Even more affordable because they're celebrating 100 years in business this year. And so guess what? They let me do dawn deals every week and every month. And for the month of June, it's a good one. 60% off qualifying installations plus 0% APR for 36 months. Ask for details. Schedule your free consultation. That's Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville online at PellaNashville.com.
What was this?
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Don Davenport is on assignment. It's a hell of an assignment.
What'd you say?
I wonder who. No, we know who. Don Davenport asked for a bet. You gave her the parlay.
Yeah, that's funny that Babsy would get to Vegas and then start asking for bets.
Because she literally laughs at you every time we do a parlay.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, it's all fun and games until you want to win some money. Then you want to come to the big dog.
She's rolling with Alex Caruso over 10.5 points.
Smart. I wonder who gave her that.
You did.
Bingo.
And I like it too.
Welcome to the game.
I was there.
But you always been there.
I was there.
It's her that's got me baffled.
Babs has you baffled?
Yeah, she's got me.
Babette has you baffled?
Babette has me discombobulated.
Chris Lowe joins us from ESPN.com. Chris, what's up? How are you?
Hey, guys. That Don Davenport in Vegas, that's it's a dangerous combination, man.
I really think that, like, these reality show people that, like, roll around Nashville, like, because there are companies that produce reality TV shows that operate from Nashville, they're missing out on having cameras around Babs and her house and her husband and her daughter all the time. Like, that needs to happen. I don't understand why that doesn't happen.
The next time she goes to a karaoke bar, we need to have to send a film for her.
I'm telling you, that's another good spot for her. Where she gets lost in the song and can't do it and just sways to the music with a glass of wine in her hand.
And maybe an opportunity on the horizon, CeeLo, with SEC Media Day coming up soon. So
that's right.
I'd say there you go. I think she headed to. I think she went karaoke last year. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
we're in Dallas.
Yep.
So Slay just looked it up. The Jello Shot Challenge. Murray State, though they exited the tournament today. Props to the Racers. What an incredible run and season and great story and all of those things. But they're number 2 on the Jello Shot list, behind no one's surprise, LSU. Don't mess with those guys; they will out-party anybody.
Oh yeah, LSU professionals, man, and have been. They got a lot of experience too going to Omaha. I mean, you think of all the times they've gone there. So those folks, generations of LSU fans, have learned from each other how to partake in the Jello Shot. I was disappointed, though. I don't want to spoil the parade here. Last year, it was pure sugar, Slay. It was like they took a tray of Jello and just made the Jello and took just a tiny little bit of maybe one of those baby droplets and just dropped a little bit of liquor on top of it, and that was it.
So you can get away with that. Like, you could do lemon drops and do it that way and just put food coloring in it and make them any color you want, and there's not hardly anything in it.
Yeah, I did 2 or 3 of them. I said, you know what? I'm going to go with the real stuff.
This ain't gonna get it done for the chip I'm trying to win. Like, nah, I'm with you, CeeLo.
So Slay,
a little disappointed.
Slay brought up a question, Chris, before we get into some college athletics. He brought up a question. He said, "Look, man, my entire life I thought this until I didn't, until today." And he said he even almost argued it, but he realized that Bowling Green State University is not in Bowling Green, Kentucky. It is in Bowling Green, Ohio. Which I told him, I'll bet a lot of people make that mistake. So here's mine. About 2 years ago, I found out, having done sports talk for, I don't know, since 1997, I found out that the Chicago Bears are not black, that they are navy blue. I only found that out 2 years ago. And somebody in our chat goes, I'm 57. I thought they were black and orange until right now.
Yeah, those are good ones. I've got one, and I didn't go to my adulthood thinking this, but I remember as a kid, and I'm going to date myself, but some people listening probably can sort of get into what I'm saying. Well, the show that I lived for as a kid was a $6 Million Man with Lee Majors.
Lee Majors, yeah.
I mean, I think Friday night, you heard that music, man. You just, as a 10-year-old, as an 11-year-old kid, man, that was the show on TV. Bonnie. Well, Lee Majors, and because I don't think that was his real name, that was the name that he. Well, in 1977, Johnny Majors wins the national championship in '76 with Pittsburgh, and he comes to Tennessee. Johnny comes marching home again in 1977. And my dad, then a UT grad, said something about one night I was watching it, and he said, jokingly, I think, well, no, that's Johnny's. That's Lee Majors' brother. And so for, I don't know, forever, I thought they were related or something. Well, come to find out, I did my research. Lee Majors grew up, I think, somewhere in Kentucky, maybe Middlesboro, Kentucky.
Okay.
And I think part of the reason he changed his name was to Majors, because he grew up watching Majors play. So all through my, I don't know, junior high school, I thought that that the two were somehow related. So that would be one of them. The other would probably be when I was a kid growing up and watching Dallas play, the Cowboys, and they had Irving, Texas, and they had the hole in the middle of the stadium. There, and of course with the star and if you're a Cowboys fan, well, God made it that way because he wanted to be able to watch his team play. And I remember as a real young kid hearing that and thinking, that's pretty cool. And you find out as you get up a little bit older. But those were childhood memories of mine. Hearing things, urban legends, type things like that about sports. That it's sort of like when about Santa Claus, when you find out the truth, you're sort of like, man, that sort of stinks.
See.
By the way, I just read about Lee Majors. This is incredible. So he was actually born in a suburb of Detroit, but both of his parents were killed in separate accidents. His dad died in a work accident 5 months before he was born, and then his mom died in a car wreck when he was 17 months old. So his aunt and uncle adopted him. They lived in Middlesboro, Kentucky, and then he went to Eastern Kentucky and became the $6 million man.
And that's right there at the tip. Anybody's been to Middlesboro, Kentucky, knows that's literally at the tip of Virginia, Kentucky, and Tennessee. And a lot of Tennessee fans in that area. But that was I don't know what was his real name. Did you look it up? I don't think it was Majors.
It doesn't say, actually. I'll have to look. But he played football at Indiana and then transferred to Eastern Kentucky and played football there.
Right. Right.
So. Wow. Anyway, so I saw from BetOnline, Chris, they had odds to make the 2025 12-team playoff, and I'll give you the 12, all right? Number 1, Ohio State, 76.47%. Number 2, Texas, 75%, which is great. They play in the first game of the season, and perfect move for Lee Corso's last game, right? Like for him to go back to Ohio State. That's where the headgear pick started, with an Ohio State pick back in the day. And Ohio State and Texas are playing at the beginning of the season. Number 3 is Oregon, 72.22%. Number 4, Georgia, 71.4%. Number 5, Penn State, 70.59%. Number 6, Alabama, 60%, as is Notre Dame, so tied for 6th there. Any of this surprising you so far?
Not really. I might put Penn State up a little higher. I think this is their best team that James has had. They've got everything you want. They've got pass rushers on defense. They've got probably the best running back combo in the country. They got an experienced quarterback. And I still think that's a really hungry program. They finally sniffed it at a pretty high level last year. Here's the other thing. They've got what I call a national championship schedule, because they don't play anybody in the non-conference part of the season. They play nobody. I don't think they have any Power 4 opponents. I think it sets up for them to get a pretty good seed. Because remember now, we're not going to have the seeding process we did last year. It's going to be straight. Even though you won your conference championship and you're ranked among the top 5, you get a spot in the playoff, but you're not automatically, if you're the top 4, ranked in the top 4, you get a bye. So Penn State theoretically could lose one and still be a top 4 seed. So I think I would put, of the ones you read off, I would put Clemson too. Did you read Clemson?
Not yet. Clemson. They're next at 8. They're tied with Ole Miss at 8.
Yeah, I like Clemson. I think, again, a lot like Penn State. They've got a quarterback who's in his 3rd year as a starter in Klubnik.
Yep.
All his receivers came back. They've got 2 guys up front in the defensive line, Peter Woods at tackle, who'll play for a long time in the pros. Dabo has hardly used the portal at all. But he brought in the kid from Purdue, the defensive end, who was really productive last year. He's going to come in and be on the other side defensively. This will be his most talented team since that 2015 to 19 run, when they won 2 national titles and played for another one. I think they've got a really good chance, especially in that league, to potentially run the table and be one of those top 4 seeds.
So Clemson and Ole Miss tied for 8. Then 10, Boise State, 33.9%. 11, Miami, 33.3%. 12, Michigan, 31.25%. So there's your 12. They've got Tennessee at 13 at 30.77%. What do you think about the Vols?
I'm sure they came up with these odds after the whole quarterback.
Yeah,
this
is today. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think Tennessee's right there on the cusp. If you ask me right now, is Tennessee a playoff team? I think they are somewhere between 10 and 14. And I really believe that. Look, I want to be clear on this. I didn't think losing Iamaleava was just a massive blow to Tennessee's playoff chances. Yeah, you don't have that experienced quarterback coming back in the second year as a starter who's been with your program now for 3 years. That's always going to be a bit of a blow. I still think defensively they're good enough to be in every game. If Aguilar, assuming he wins it, I think he's probably got the best chance because he's played a lot more football, doesn't turn the football over, and can sort of really get that offense down in a little bit of time, I think he can be productive. I really do. To me, a lot of it's going to be how well they protect him, and that was something last year. Tennessee didn't do well early. They did better later on. But I don't think because Iamaleava is gone that Tennessee's chances of making the playoff are much, much less. So they're a little bit, maybe, but it still gets down to 3 games. The schedule gets a little harder because you have to go to Florida and to Alabama. Last year, both those games were home, and then Georgia comes to Knoxville. You got to find a way to win at least one of those games and then not be upset. I think that's the thing. Tennessee was able to win 2 of them last year and was able to weather that upset against Arkansas. I don't think that this year it's going to be difficult to do that. I think if you lose to somebody this year, if you're Tennessee, you're going to have a really difficult time getting into the playoffs.
Yeah, you've got to win one of those 3 games and then win all of the other ones, right? Like so 10-2, as we learned last year, is no guarantee in terms of the 12-team playoff.
No, but it's. I think if you look at it from our only real model is last year, the 12-team. All those teams that didn't get in though lost 3 games. South Carolina lost by 3 touchdowns at home to Ole Miss. Alabama gets hammered by 3 touchdowns on the road against Oklahoma. And then Ole Miss loses at home to Kentucky and then loses late in the season on the road at Florida. So I think any of those teams win one of those games and they finish 10-2, they get in. I think in a lot of cases they get in over maybe some team. I'd have to have a list in front of me that had 1 fewer loss. I just think it was the 3 losses last year that killed those 3 teams. Tennessee only had 2.
Right.
Which made the difference. But no, I think it's going to be really hard again in a 12-team playoff for anybody that has 3 losses. I think that all changes when we go to 16 and 26. But I think this coming year, 3 losses is going to be really difficult to overcome, unless you're battling other teams in other leagues who have several 3-loss teams. See, last year Indiana had 1 loss, and I know we could sit here and debate that all day. Who was better, Indiana or Alabama or Ole Miss or South Carolina? But I still think it's going to get down to losses versus quality wins, which I don't necessarily believe that's the way it should be, but that's the way it is for 1 more year.
So the rest of the SEC teams in the top 20 on this list from BetOnline, odds to make the 2025 12-team playoff. Texas A&M at 14, 29.4%. Auburn at 17. 21.05%. Florida and South Carolina tied for 18th on the list, 20%. Then Western Kentucky, 3.8%. Vanderbilt, 2.9%. MTSU, 1.2% to round out that deal. LSU not in the top 20 on this list. Where are we with Brian Kelly?
Yeah, I don't understand that. Again, I'm not a Vegas kind of guy. Unless I'm in Vegas, unless Slay and I get to spend a long weekend in Vegas, that's a different story. But I don't get that.
There's some jello shots involved in that.
Yeah, I think LSU's got a really good chance to surprise this year. I mean, again, you talk about. I always look at experience at quarterback, which they have, Nussmeier. They brought in 2 guys, Barry Brown and Nick Anderson, who should really be big-time weapons for him to receive. They got to continue to play and get a little bit better on defense, which I think they were last year. To me, when you start outside of Texas and Alabama and Georgia, I think you can dump a lot of these teams, Brent, into a bucket. Those next 4, 5, 6 teams, and it depends on winning some close games, guys staying healthy. I think Auburn will be the most improved team in the league. I really do. I don't know that they're going to be a playoff team, but having been there and seen, watched them practice, sort of look at their personnel, they've got a chance to be much, much improved. It comes back to the quarterback, Jackson Arnold. South Carolina's another one. They've got probably 2 or 3 of the best young players in the league, but how good will they be around them? Lenore Sellers. And by the way, Slay, I'm sure if somebody were coming off of you $8 million when you were at Tennessee to go elsewhere, you would have stayed put on Rocky Top, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I had this conversation, but about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
People got really upset.
Yeah, they were mad at me, CeeLo, when I said, now, if I'm getting $3 million at Tennessee and somebody comes to offer me $8 million, then what I'm going to do is give a hometown discount and give Tennessee an opportunity to say, all right, listen, dog, we can't get you to 8, but we can at least give you 5.5 and get you some incentives to get you to 6.
But if they stayed at 3.
But they stayed at 3.
You got to go with them.
I'm 8. A fool to leave $5 million on the table. In college? No.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially if something happens, you don't get drafted or you get drafted as high as you want. I mean, that's real money. That's I get it, and I think that's just where we are, and that's where fans need to understand that you can be loyal all you want. Players can be loyal, but when you get into the world of paying kids $3 and $4 and $5 and potentially $8 million,
right?
That's for a kid, especially. Every situation is different. Okay, let's preface it by saying that.
That's the other part, yeah.
But for a lot of kids, that's generational money.
Yep.
And $8 million, it's hard to walk away from that, even if you already get paid $2 or $3 million. And I dare say, if you line 10 kids up from different backgrounds, different cultures, and ask them and their parents and pump them with truth serum, what would you do? I'd say 8 or 9 out of the 10 would take the money.
Yes, totally agree.
By the way, Lee Major's name, Harvey Lee Yeary.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Harvey Lee. Chris, thank you for the time, man. Always fun. Appreciate you, buddy.
All right, see you guys.
There he is, Chris Lowe.
Yo, let me ask you this, though, real quick before we go to break. Would you expect 3 teams lower than Tennessee with established quarterbacks coming back in and Tennessee to be right there teetering on 13? When you look at LSU with Nussmeier.
I think that's a testament to Josh Heupel, is what I think.
Yeah, that's
and the system.
And so that's why I'm asking you, because I don't want to have the orange tinted glasses on.
I think what that is
dang.
Vegas saying it's plug and play at quarterback at this point.
Yeah, like that's. And remember, we talked about that coming into it with Aguilar.
Yeah.
Or anybody else.
If you start going through their defense should be pretty good too.
And that's tough, though.
But I'm with him on Clemson and Penn State, because when you look at their non-conference schedule and then Clemson playing in the ACC, definitely put both of those teams up. And Penn State, those 2 running backs, 2 of the top 6 running backs in the country, according to Pro Football Focus. Tennessee on the outside looking in, but right there at 13, 30.77% chance.
I thought that was high. I was like, okay, I'm with that.
All right, when we come back, the 3HL bingo card is loaded, as is your bank account when the parlay hits. That's right, next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
All right, I want to tell you about what used to be Zen Sports, now VIP Play. You need to go ahead and download the VIP Play app. Live always, over 200 leagues to bet on, numerous bet types, props, options. Even if you have a bet in mind that you cannot find on any sports book, guess what? The VIP Play team is going to create it for you. And don't forget to check the specials page daily for bets you will not find anywhere else right here in our great state of Tennessee. Week 1 NFL lines and futures, they are out. They're live. Go get them. College football and NFL seasons are right around the corner. And you guys can get a 10% profit boost on any NFL week game. VIP Play app. You need to download it. You want more information? Go to VIPPlayApp.com. And don't forget to claim your VIP Play welcome bonus. You make your first bet of $5 or more, you get $100 in bonus bets instantly. Use my code DAWNTN, DAWNTN, and get in on VIP Play, where everyone gets treated like a VIP. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. Got to be 21 and older and located in Tennessee to bet.
All right, y'all. It's time. Time for who? Bart Durham Injury Law. Now, you know, I tell you all the time, how life can change in an instant. And it's up to you to understand how you can get over that. Get through it. Not over it. Get through it. Because they ain't going to run from it. Car wreck throws off everything. Job, bills, peace of mind. And that's when you need them. Who? Bart Durham Injury Law. Now, Marine veteran Blair Durham, him and his team been fighting for folks in Tennessee for years, making sure insurance companies pay up. No upfront costs, no waiting around, just real people making sure you get what you deserve. So listen, accidents happen. That's what you got to understand. But it's not always your fault. And if it is your fault, still understand that you got a leg to stand on. Not like my knee. But if you've been injured, don't wait. Call Bart Durham Injury Law at 615-242-9000. Here 24/7 and ready to fight for you.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Speaking of Babsy doing karaoke, this was her song that I've witnessed her swaying to the music without saying a word.
I just want people to know.
She says she got lost in the groove.
But Babsy is out there at Vegas.
Yeah.
I told her Friday, make sure you go out there and play Black 35.
Yes, you did.
She played that twice. One. Then we just gave her something from the Parsley. She's going to win with that.
You're looking for a commission?
No, I want her to. What I want her to do is
Acknowledgement. Yep, I got you.
That's what I'm looking for. And it should be back just in time for Wednesday when Todd Father's on, so she can make sure the acknowledgement is heard loud and clear. Just need this to be known. Needed to be known, man. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, because she does giggle every time you do the parcel. She'll do this. She'll be like, "How many legs?" And you'll be like, 7.
Yep.
And she'll be like, "Oh God."
Yep. Tickles her a little fancy.
Tickles her fancy.
Mm-hmm.
So during the break, I don't know why, but I was like, I wonder when Donnie Tyndall's 10-year show cause is up. It's up next April, finally.
That's a good basketball mind right there.
On April 8, 2016, the NCAA imposed a 10-year show cause penalty on Tyndall, and he was very upset about that.
Yeah.
When that came down, I was getting ready to play golf, and he called me. I ended up talking to him for like 2 hours. And he just, he did not understand. And he was like, this is how I make my living. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Right.
I got a family. Like, he did all kinds of things. Anyway, he's a really good dude. Donnie Tyndall's a really good dude, and he's a really smart basketball coach. I remember, I think it was Kevin Stallings told me that he had a tough time with Donnie Tyndall in terms of X's and O's.
Yeah. You know what he's doing.
Because he always came up with something a little different. He can coach his butt off. He's at a junior college type place in Florida right now and winning his ass off.
Yep.
Talked to him not too long ago. So anyway, it'll be interesting to see what he does because next college basketball season, he can get a job.
Absolutely. Somebody picking him up, too. He'll work his way back.
He will.
Especially where the landscape is today.
Right? Well, I mean, look at Will Wade running around there and nobody cares.
At all. I mean at all.
My man was on FBI wiretaps.
Yeah, who cares?
Had a show cause.
Yeah.
Still got a job. McNeese State still hired him.
Yep. With still the possibility of him being suspended.
Where is he now? NC State? He got that job?
Yeah. Did you see the quote he had today about one of their transfer guys they got in?
No.
Oh, this is great. So
Will Wade is great.
He took a shot at UNC. So already doing the North Carolina rival thing over Vin Allen Lubin. So he says, the other school was too dumb to play him. When Lubin plays 28-plus minutes, he's done that in 23 games. He averages 15 and 8. I don't know why the hell they didn't play him, but we're going to play him, so he's going to average 15 and 8.
This is Van Lubin that played at Vanderbilt, right? And then transferred to Carolina.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
That's him, right?
Yeah. That was a good player. I wasn't surprised, but I was surprised a little bit when he transferred from Vanderbilt.
But how about that quote? They were too dumb to play him.
Yeah, that's how you get it started.
He's not afraid to say anything.
No,
I mean, we know that about Will Wade.
And he's going to be able to go out and get the guys, too.
And he's from here.
Yeah.
3HL bingo card. Wait, first, you want to tell people where we're going to be tomorrow because this is kind of cool. So if you have an opening tomorrow from 3 until 6 o'clock, come join us and meet Taylor Zarzar, among other people, the new Titans play-by-play guy.
Yeah, that's right. Join us and 104.5 The Zone as we broadcast live from Mic Check. Taylor Zarzar joins Titans Radio. We'll be at Fat Bottom Brewing on Tuesday, June 17th. That's tomorrow from 3 to 6 p.m. You can stop by and enjoy $4 happy hour drafts from our friends at Fat Bottom and register between 3 and 5 p.m. to win 2 VIP Q&A tickets as we welcome new Titans Radio play-by-play man Taylor Zarzar. For more information, please visit 1045thezone.com.
There you go, Zephyr.
Good job, Zephyr.
3HL bingo card. Ready for this?
Please.
Among other things, Arkansas can go to hell.
Yes.
Zeph said that.
All day long.
There's never an off season on 3HL. I said that.
Yeah, okay. Sound about right by your.
My first appearance, I gave up a 2-run homer. It was a slider that didn't slide. Zeph talk.
Really? I thought Slay said that.
I had no business sliding.
Slay played baseball until he left the outfield.
Yeah.
Because he was tracking some balls.
Yep.
But then he had to go hit.
Pause.
Yeah. No. I was air traffic control. I was going to get the ball.
I loved playing outfield. It was fun. Too bad I couldn't hit.
I'll see. I wouldn't even try.
That oxycodone, stay away from it unless you're a drug addict. It'll lock you up. Which that was a caller. I didn't know what he meant by that, but what he meant by that was in terms of using the bathroom.
Yeah, shaking it down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But also, I think it could get you locked up. They do nothing but steal up north.
I'm telling you.
That's Slay Dog.
Yep, that was me.
Bowling Green, Ohio stole their name from Bowling Green, Kentucky.
I said it. I mean it. I believe it.
Parsley, what you got?
Let's go. Jumping straight into it, man. Caruso over 10.5 points. Cason Wallace over 4.5 points.
Wallace.
Dort over 1.5 made threes.
Dort.
Chet Holmgren over 9.5 rebounds. Isaiah Hartenstein 6+ rebounds. SGA under 46.5 points, rebounds, and assists combined.
You didn't take a side, but you think Oklahoma City wins.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But 9.5 is a lot of points.
You can tell by the parlay. I had nobody from the Pacers on the parlay.
And if you watched the last game, Game 4, the line was 6.5. And it was 5 when Halliburton took like a meaningless 35-footer. And sometimes you see those guys hit those, and you're like, oh, that was a cool shot. Yep. Well, it wasn't cool to a lot of people, and it was very cool to a lot of people. He missed it. So it stayed under, which helped a lot of people and hurt a lot of people. So every shot's important.
Watch it says it's 0 on the clock.
In the parlay world. So
right.
you've hit 3 of these in the last month. So we'll try to get another one going.
We got 2 more to hit because Game 6 is over.
It's over, Rover. Yep. Back at it tomorrow. Appreciate you guys hanging with us. We definitely appreciate you including us in your day and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Have a great night, y'all. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be you unless you were getting a shout out. Shout out to Bowling Green, the one that's in Kentucky. The real one.
3HL presented by Ferguson Home, FergusonHome.com.